Hey, hi, hello. What is up, everybody out there? Welcome back to another week of Wizards of the Webcams right here on Mod 20 Gaming. We are still playing Shadowrun. J Brews is still running the show. We're having a great time. We are down at 10 speed, but we are up a TJ versus Zombies. Welcome back to the table, my dude.
God, I've missed this.
We've missed you. Also, I'm surprised I didn't trip over any words in that intro.
Yeah, dude, good job.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
Smooth.
Like radio over here. All right. But we are here. We are ready to throw some dice around the table. We're ready to figure out what's going on in this weird underground cavern cellar thing that we just turned somebody into chunky salsa about. Before we get too far down this tunnel, Malfoy, tell him your spiel.
Well, usually around this time, all of our socials, and yep, boom, there it is in the chat. You can go to our Discord, you can go to our Twitter, you can go to our individual Twitters. But most importantly, if you want to catch up on any of our previous episodes, or if you want to just go back and watch all of our content, it's all over on our YouTube page. All the streams after Friday are posted on Mondays, and everything's over there. So if you want to watch Dungeons and Dragons, you want to watch the beginning of this one, all of it, it's all there.
That's my bad. I had a whole bunch of stuff muted on my end because I thought I was going to sneeze. Anyway, what I was saying is if you're new, hit the follow button. If you're not new, then maybe subscribe. If you're also new and or not new and you haven't already checked him out, go check out JBrews because he's a rad dude. That's just twitch.tv/JBrews. I'll make sure that gets up in the chat here in just a couple of seconds. Also, 10 speed moved. She's no longer twitch.tv/10speed. She's over on Mixer, mixer.com/10speed. So go check her out there. That's going to be a good old time. Also, just down below the stream here, we have sponsors. So check out any and all of those sponsor links. Buy some stuff. Buy some Pace merch because like you can get a jersey, and that's pretty fresh. Also, you can check out the Mod 20 merch, and you can get a shirt that says "May all of your hits be crits," or a mug that has Pep's face on it. If you guys remember Pep, I missed that guy on this show. Anyway, that's a whole bunch of words from me. We don't need that many words from me tonight. Bruce, how about you get us involved, friend?
So speaking of words, it is dead silent after you guys just erupted a grenade down this tunnel. You guys,
Oh, shit,
as
that's
you
right.
guys remember, are about a half a mile away from the manor proper. As you guys are making your way through a underground tunnel that was located in a garage, and you guys stumbled into some very cold rooms, almost breathtakingly cold. As you stumbled,
I mean, you walked into that, dude.
anyway, so you walked in through a room that was a bunch of hammocks or cots with a bunch of sleeping individuals, where you guys decided to go through and execute all of them after majority of the group make their way through the room, unless one sad orc rolled and happened to fall on his back in the middle of an icy room, which makes everyone sort of aware that their presence was made aware of. So they ended up easily taking care of combat, amongst also finding a troll that stumbled into the next room that did not like people decapitating people or killing people in horrible manners. So we did take a couple of shots at Max. Max was able to get bandaged up pretty well, by Mr. OP, and they were to dispatch the dispatch the troll, and then go ahead and begin to catch their breath as they begin to move forward into the next set of obstacles.
All right, y'all. So I'm out here. I'm just thinking, like, we just got shot at pretty heavy. These dudes are most likely of the vampiristic characteristic. So maybe we mosey a little more careful, and we mosey a little more deadly. I don't know what these things have against people that are alive, but like, I'd rather not be dead.
I mean, do we have an idea of how much farther we need to go?
You guys probably are. You guys just went roughly 80 meters inside of this tunnel, and a half a mile. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's like 600 meters for half a mile. So you guys still have roughly 520 miles or meters. Excuse me.
I was like,
meters
what?
Yep, 520 miles. No, 520 meters until you guys are either at the barrier, so like the wall for the manor, or underneath of it.
It's not that far.
No, it's definitely not. You guys already made a good dent in it. Just going to these two rooms.
All right. Then I'm gonna move through the chunky salsa room and head on down that hallway.
As you splish and splash through this next room a little bit, what was a orc or a troll, excuse me, and a bunch of other random body bags and a couple of unfortunate live body bags that were currently in the process of being drained. You go ahead and make your way into the through the next door, where there is a staircase that begins to head downwards and then further decline down.
Found some stairs over here, so hey, Skulax, how about you do us a favor and go ahead on first there?
Can do. Let me just dust myself off first.
Hey, it's okay to be dusty sometimes. Just make sure that you're up front to catch any bullets coming through, because my ass ain't getting shot.
All right, and those of you who are going ahead and being stealthy-like, go ahead and roll your sneaking.
Every time you say sneaking, I just hear Twitch voice lines. Sneak, 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 sneak.
What is sneak for drones? I forget from last time.
That's... Ooh,
I think it's handling plus something else.
it's going to be... If you're jumped into it, which you are, it's going to be... You don't have an infiltration skill, do you?
Infiltration?
Yeah.
I don't believe.
Oh, you're doing infiltration. So it's going to be stealth plus intuition, and it's going to be limited by the handling of your drone.
Sorry, one more time?
So it's going to be, since you're jumped into the drones, it's going to be stealth. So your total ranks you have in stealth, plus your intuition.
Okay.
And then the most you can roll is going to be limited by the handling of your drone.
The hell is stealth?
So it should be its own like skill set.
It's
So you should have an X
sneaking.
amount of ranks.
Oh, I see it. I don't have any ranks.
Okay, so it's just going to be your intuition modifier.
For sneaking, I got 4 hits.
4 hits.
0 successes.
Wonderful.
I'm just gonna mosey on down. I'm not even gonna attempt to sneak.
Okay. Do you want to be a certain distance in front of the rest of the group, or do you want to just be wherever?
We'll say I'll be like, I don't know, 3 meters ahead of him.
Perfect. So you go ahead and begin to walk on. OP, you're about 3 meters behind him. Max right behind you, with a couple of drones just floating overhead. And you just hear one of them boom, boom, as they sort of it gets a little difficult to maneuver in here with all this small as a corridor it's getting. And they do bump into the wall a little bit. Nothing too bad, but they do make a little bit of a tipping and tapping. As you guys begin to head on, you do see there is, as you come up, there is almost like a square end of this hallway, and at the end there is 2 doors in front of you, side by side.
So, we got 2 doors there. Say, me and Max take one. Green's drones and Skullax take the other one, and we figure out what's behind each.
Can I look around to see if there's any sort of like security system, maybe like a camera or something that would like be triggered on us?
Sure. Go ahead and roll perception plus intuition. And it's going to be limited by the sensor rating of your drone. Over your guys' comms, you do hear a comm come in from Mac the Knife. Hey, stop, up, and then just hear static before it just turns off.
Whoa, Lil Mac, you're coming in a little choppy there, bud. Come on back, please.
I had 2 successes on the perception roll.
2 successes. No cameras that you notice, but above the door, in looks like it would be almost like the same technology they use for like a neon tattoo. So it's like mixed in perfectly with the wall, but you can see sort of the fading. There is looks like a couple of phrases above each of the doors. Above the left door, it says, "This is the right choice." Above the right door, "Never be left behind."
That's mighty ominous.
Wait, above the left door, it said never get left behind?
No, above the left door, "This is the right choice." Above the right door, "Never be left behind."
Hey, y'all.
I'd say we go left door.
I mean, y'all see how one says left and the other says right, but they're switched? I feel like somebody's lying to us.
Well, by that logic, right? If it's the left door, then you can't use the word right in that context because it's not on the right side.
Yeah, but the other one's saying never get left behind. So I mean, like, I don't want
Which
to
doesn't
get left.
imply success in any capacity.
Yeah, I'm just out here spitballing.
I say left.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, you're safe and comfy back
How
in the
about
car.
this?
So
I'll go
like,
left. You guys can wait, and then if I don't come back in like 5 minutes, you can go to the other one.
fair.
Okay.
Alright.
So who's opening the door for these drones?
I'll do it.
All right. You go and open the door.
By all means, after you, friend.
As you look at 2 little drones that are buzzing around, you open the door, and then you see the drones enter, and you on the right door, you hear a thud on the other side of the door.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
Okay. The rest of the party cannot see the drones any longer. As soon as they go through the threshold of the door, they look like they're stuck in air. It sort of just like look like they're floating on their own, as if they were told like to stop moving.
And that's what it looks like to them, or that actually?
That's what it looks like to them.
Okay. So it's like I went to a black hole.
Yeah, and then you it's pitch black once you go through that threshold. But you feel the drones are running, like as you are one with the drones, you feel as if your face is pressing against something.
Like as I'm pushing through.
Yeah, as you're pushing through, you go through the threshold. It becomes dark, and then it feels like your drones are running into the face of something.
Can I turn my like flashlights or any sort of external lights on?
Yeah, you turn on the lights. You see a metal door that your drones are bumping up.
Okay. How far in am I?
You're only like maybe not even a meter in.
Okay. And this door, can I like scope it out, see what like handles, locks, doors, anything on it?
You look over it, and it doesn't look locked. You're on from the inside, so you can even see like the locking mechanism. And it doesn't look locked in any fashion.
All right. Overcomes. I'm gonna relay that information. Just like, hey, there's a door in here. It doesn't look locked, but seeing as I'm drones right now, can't really open it.
I want to open the right door.
You open the right door,
My drone's down.
and no, you see a continual hallway that is heading forward. That comes to probably about 5 meters in, comes to a T, where the hallway splits down in two different directions.
All right, you had said that we had previously heard a thump on that door when the other one opened?
Correct.
All right. I'm going to close the right door again.
Okay, you close the right door.
All right, so right down this hallway here, it looks like it goes straight down for a little bit, maybe about 5 meters there, and then it comes to a T. Green, you said you ran into a metal door out there?
Yeah, metal door.
All right.
It's not very far in. I didn't get very far, but I running into it with my drones doesn't help anyone.
Yeah, I feel that. All right, then I guess I'm on board to go left. What do you think there, Skullax?
Well, I mean, the door is not locked. I'm saying, like, if you walked over here and opened it, we would not have a problem.
Yeah, just making sure that everybody's on board.
Do you see anything else besides just the door?
No.
Nope, it's it looks like similar like the rest of the tunnel, but it looks like it's just a small gap between the two. Malfoy, your drones are looking around, trying to see if there's any sort of differences or anything else in the room. The rest of the guys, just see the drones hovering in place, looking at the door.
All right. So what are you feeling, big guy? We going that way? We going right? What you thinking?
Let's try this door. Then I pull out my shotgun and go for the door.
The right door or the left door?
The left door.
You walk into it as well. Everything sort of, as soon as you break through the threshold, everything sort of goes dark. And then you go and reach for the door, and you open up the door, and you see OP.
Do I see them back? Like, did the right door open?
It has not opened, but it looks like from the same perspective if you were to walk through the other door.
So it's like portal, but inside the right door is the left door?
So you walk through the left door, walk through, you saw another door, you opened that one, and that one showed OP and Max sitting in the room.
I look behind me, and then I look back through the door, and then I close it.
Okay. OP, when you see him walk in, it almost looks like he freezes as soon as he walks in, and then instantly you see like he's facing forward, and then he immediately just is turning around, like no rotation or anything. He just walks in, and then instantly the image fades and he's walking out.
Well, now that is quite troublesome. Um, Perhaps, maybe we do take the right door after all. I ain't never seen anybody as big as you move quite as fast as you did, so if there's something that kind of creepy back there, then perhaps we close that door and perhaps we figure out how to get on down the right.
Agreed. I don't like this magic shit.
Oh, dang.
I'll turn around and head back too.
Same thing. The drones are like hovering in air, and then immediately just like they're not even like in the same place where they were. Like they flew in like at eye level, and they come out like a little bit lower because they were searching around. It's definitely weird to see.
I am 10,000% skeeved out right now. And I open the right door again.
You open the right door.
All right, so who's heading down this hallway? Because I'm
I'll
about to
fly
make
in.
it abundantly clear I ain't getting shot.
I'll just
Alright,
fly past him.
You fly in. About 2 meters go by, and then you see a almost like you're. It goes through like a wall, like an invisible wall that's up, and you see a large open pit on the other side that has a bunch of runic symbols inside of the pit.
All right, guys. So don't follow me. There's a like a false image of a door or like a wall, and then once you pass it, there's a pit and there's some like runes and shit. Probably bad news. But I'll keep going to see if there's anything past it. Is like past? Is there like the tunnel continues past this pit?
Yeah, it continues on, and then you see that it's at the very end of it. There is instead of it being a T, it splits off into a Y.
Okay, but there's still a fork, right?
Yeah, there's a fork instead of a T at the end. But you guys see him. It looks like it doesn't look like he passed through any sort of wall. To you guys, he's looking and he's driving down, and then he's at where the fork would be, as well as the T.
All right, so hey, how big that pit that you're talking about?
It's less than a meter. It's enough you could run and jump across, but if you weren't paying attention or just walking, you'd fall right into it.
Yeah, I mean it's like right on the other side of that false image, so like you wouldn't be able to time it because there isn't like a space for you to be like, oh shit, I'm noticing I'm going through a wall, and then jump. It's just like, nope.
All right, so it's pretty much just false image, pit, rest of the hallway.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you I used to run track?
Right, but you wouldn't know when to jump.
Bet you I can.
Bet me what?
Your share of the job.
So winner gets double?
Winner gets double. If I fall down this pit, you get my share. If I make this jump, I get your cash.
Well, I mean, when you die, someone's got to get your money, I guess.
Hot damn, is that a deal or is that a deal?
I mean, sure.
All right, now bring one of your drones back here because we're going to shake on this right now.
I'll send the smallest one back.
Okay.
I reach out and grab it and just kind of...
All right.
I'm going to try to jump the pit.
Okay. You go ahead and take off running. Go ahead and just roll your edge pool for me.
Just my edge pool.
Just your edge. And see how lucky you are.
Hot damn, that's pool total, not edge remaining, right?
Pool total.
Okay, cool.
I'd say good luck, but I don't mean it.
I will be post-edging that roll. 3 hits on 4 dice.
Nice.
You take off running. And you feel your feet give out from underneath of you. Might roll reaction plus intuition for me.
I don't like the way this sounds.
You probably shouldn't, but it's fine.
Reaction plus intuition.
Yeah.
I'm now put in a position to where direct party failure benefits me. Oh, little Mac got hurt. Oh no. I'm so upset about it.
Four hits.
4 hits.
I'm really.
You
nervous
happen
about this.
to, you fall into the pit, but you manage to get your hand up and grab the corner of the other side of the pit. But what you realize as you look down is your stomach is touching one of these seals.
Whoa!
I need you to go ahead and roll body plus willpower for me.
What?
As you feel a energy begin to erupt from the seal.
Can I see this, or did he disappear behind the barrier?
You see him run, and then you see him, and just like fall. But he just appeared from view of the barrier. So you now have a rough estimate of where the wall or where the pit begins.
So, what's it called when every dice is a hit?
Amazing.
Yeah, because I just did that. That's 5 hits or 6 hits.
6 hits. You still take 4 physical damage as you sort of bounce against the other wall behind you, and then another one lights up behind you and bounces you up and out of the pit. So it's almost like you pinballed up and out of the pit. But you do take 4 physical still.
Worth it. Do I land
And
on my
you're up.
feet?
No, unfortunately you don't. It's just sort of like bounce back and then you like skid a few feet before you. But now you see it's it's definitely a different looking area. It definitely looks run down. It's not like the very clean metal that they've had throughout the rest of this place. Almost as if it haven't been used in quite some time.
I'd call that a categorical failure, and I will expect your money at my bank account when this is through.
Hey, that is not a categorical failure. If anything, that just means that I succeeded with a little bit of flair. Woo! So, perhaps, maybe, you can put your fundage in my bank account.
I believe the deal was whether or not you could clear the pit.
I cleared it.
You fell in it. You set off 2 runes. It's a categorical failure.
Now, hold on here. By falling in the pit, I done cleared the pit at the same time. So,
You
let's
didn't.
just
By virtue of being in the pit, you did not clear the pit.
agree to disagree. We'll call the bet off. Anyway.
Mr. Green will remember this.
Yes.
But you are now on the other side. Max looks at you, Skulax. So would you like to jump for me?
I'm gonna take out my axe and use like the shaft of it, like kind of like skid it along the floor to like see where the actual pit starts.
Okay. You go ahead and take the hilt of your axe and you find where the end is, and you go ahead and make a jump for it. Go ahead and roll strength plus body. Shouldn't be that difficult for you.
That's like 15 dice.
Right.
Nice.
And 7 hits.
Perfect. As OP and Mr. Green are having this discussion, you see a large orc just sort of run out and clear this pit, and almost even jump over you, OP, and land on both feet on the other side.
Well, damn. Green, I think we both owe Skull Axe here a little bit of cash for that jump.
Nope, never made a deal with him.
You're right, gentlemen's agreement. Agree to disagree. Deal's off. I didn't bring it up. You brought it up. Stop talking.
And you see Max also make it across, but you see her heels sort of lean back a little bit and then throws herself forward to make sure that she is safely on the other side of it as well. You guys now all see the almost broken down looking hallway with a fork at the end instead of a T.
Well, shit.
So do we want to double up and go right again, or do we want to alternate? I mean, I guess the last strategy didn't suck. I can just send my drones in first.
Yeah, send your drones in. See what's good. Start with the
Alright.
right, then we go left.
All right, sounds good.
All right, so you go ahead and just take your drones and pilot down. Go ahead and just roll just a piloting check for me. It's gonna be the pilot aircraft.
Yeah. And then what's my like dice? Like
So
no,
she
not
just-
like how many I roll, but like how many I get to keep.
That will be based off your mental limit.
Sick.
Since you're mentally doing this, since you're physically or put yourself into the drone's mental.
6 successes.
6 successes. Holy cow! So you're piloting these things perfectly. You take it down the right side. It does take, as soon as you take down the right side, it goes down about 5-6 meters, and then takes a sharp right, where you come across a metal door that looks like it is shut, and it does have bolts. Looks like someone drilled in bolts to seal the door off, and it says "Do not open."
Sealed door over here. It says do not open on it. I mean, we should probably open it, right?
I don't know. Last time something told me do not open, it was ended up giving me food poisoning. So like maybe we don't.
I mean, my plan wasn't to eat this, so I'm not sure this is the same thing.
Well, you always take everything I say so goddamn literally. I'm just saying. Last time something said do not open, I opened it and bad things happened.
Anything else you want to do down this right side with your drones? Or you just want to head back and go down the.
I mean, I can't open the door, so I'll just turn around, and head back.
Okay. You turn around and head back to the left side. You make your way down to the left, and it does does roughly 4 meters down the left side, where it then takes a left, and then there is a elevated staircase with a door at the top of the staircase.
All right, staircase this way. It's probably the best way to go.
Sounds about like the plan.
All right, let's get it. Wait, is Opie still on the floor?
I'm assuming at this point he's in the process of standing himself up.
Dusting off my suit very indignantly because I'm a little upset.
Because you didn't clear it, or
I cleared it, just not as specified.
so you didn't clear it?
I did. This is one of those conversations that can go on for absolute decades. So perhaps once we're done, I'm saying perhaps a lot tonight. I like that word. That's a good ass word. Anyway, when we're done here, we're going to look up the meaning of cleared it, and we'll get square.
I mean, that would be a waste of both of our time, seeing as you didn't clear it. So
You have your opinion, ma'am, and I have mine. So perhaps, gentlemen, agreement, we call off the bet.
I
You see
disagree.
Max begin to rub the side of their temples and then just continue to walk on. She realized any conversation with OP can last forever just by the virtue of OP being OP.
Yep.
So she begins to head on towards the left side of the hallway. and you guys do make it up to the door. You do see the two drones sort of levitating next to the door.
Yeah, so definitely not capable of opening these. So if one of you guys wanted to take
Yes, yeah. Then we'll go ahead and try to open this door. It gets to open the door, and on the inside, you guys see a square room that's made of complete stone. Everything up to this point has been pretty high class metal. In the middle of the room is a koi pond.
I might just move in here. This pond's kind of nice. I'm gonna go check out the pond.
Okay. Are you doing it looking for anything specifically?
Well, I'm gonna drop my visor, and I'm gonna be looking at all of my sensors as I'm walking through the room. So that would be, let me check my sensors here. So that would be atmosphere sensor, Geiger counter, ultrasound. Yeah, just kind of looking around with those. So any sort of radiation, seeing what, like, if there's any pressure change in this room, temperature change, that kind of stuff. And ultrasound, trying to pick up every nook and cranny of the room.
You can definitely tell as you guys were getting further and further away from the refrigerated areas that it was getting warmer and more reasonably temperature-wise. Once you get in here, it's comfortable. You guys aren't like sweating in your armor or your suits or anything like that. But you're also not freezing like you were in the past rooms. But you do feel a immense pressure coming from inside of the koi pond.
And is that like atmospheric pressure, or is that like other kind of pressure?
It's hard to tell, but you can definitely tell the pond itself. Even though you look and you see there are kois just sort of swimming around like in no particular order, you can feel that there is and even see that there is a pressure buildup. It almost is like just like flashing red, this koi pond, saying that there is a high pressure area.
All right. Hey, y'all might want to avoid the koi pond. It's real pretty, very peaceful, but it feels like that thing's about to pop.
Can I do like a perimeter? Like just float around the room to see if there's like doors or anything notable?
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception.
2 successes.
Sick. You look around. You don't notice anything noteworthy, except for as you go past, you sort of back up a little bit and look in the corner. There is a very small camera sort of tucked into the corner.
Guys are being watched. Back corner. There's a little rotating camera. How do we want to handle this?
Swift motion. I'm just gonna like instantly reach up, touch the button. My chicken head faceless is on.
Those of you who are AR capable now see a large chicken head on OP.
Nice.
Good luck finding out who I am, motherfuckers.
Except we've been on camera already. Since we've been in here.
Can't prove that.
Whatever. Do we shoot this? Do we just keep moving? Do we...
I'm taking a shot at it.
Hey, there we go.
ahead
Goddamn
and
boy,
take your
you
shot.
wild.
Take a shot with my shotgun.
Do it.
Alright, what did I roll?
That is going to be your long arm skill. And then if you have a specialization for shotgun, you'll add an additional +2 to that.
Got 2 hits.
2 hits. That is enough to hit a stationary target. And you see the camera just go poof, and just shreds of metal go.
Got it.
That was quite the shot.
Well, I guess they already knew we were here, right?
We've been throwing around bullets and explosives enough that they probably have a pretty good idea that somebody's down here skulking.
All right. There's a. Have we found a clear way to get out of here? Like, to continue?
No, it's just this core pond in the middle of this room.
This feels like some magic bullshit. I'm not really a big fan of magic bullshit, so yeah. What's up?
I thought that I might have just randomly taken a knowledge skill of magic bullshit, so I was double checking.
Touche.
Damn.
Actually,
I know a lot about Seattle's bars and clubs. Would I know anything about this?
how many dice do you have in that pool?
In the bars and clubs?
Yeah.
8.
Go ahead and take a -3. You can roll it.
That's pretty good.
I'm here for it. 5 dice. Let's get it. Two hits.
2 hits. You're not exactly sure, but there was rumor of a bar that you've not ventured to yet, as it was very much out of the way of Seattle and like to spend most of your time. Of a astral bar that did have technology to be able to use teleportation to gain exit and entrance into said bar. As if the bar itself was on a different plane, but the entrance was at a certain location.
All right, y'all. So now, hear me out. This is gonna sound like a bunch of jibber jab, but being in and out of the clubs and establishments that I have so regularly patroned, I have at least once or twice come across rumors of a couple little mystic joints that you'd have to know exactly where to be, exactly what time to catch that teleportation train to a different plane and have a good old time. And I think maybe this is my what this words. This just might this. I can't say it. This is probably it.
So you're saying? Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was gonna. That was it.
So you're saying this could go to a bar if we jump into the pond?
Now, I would not recommend just willy-nilly jumping into that pond, Free Willy. So, like, now, I'm saying we'd have to have somebody who knows a little something about magic to be able to do their little magic wave hand thing and get us through. Myself, being very mundane as I am, cannot do that for us. I do apologize.
I'll float over to the pool, and I'll have my small drone do like a little circle, and I'll go abracadabra.
You hover over it and nothing happens.
Yeah, I really thought that would work.
Oh, shit. If that would work, then I'd be making more money. Anyway, perhaps we take the other way around and open that do not open door.
Or, and then I'll drop my drone.
You see the drone just... but you do not see it under the water. As you begin to go through space and time through your drone, lights begin to flash by at different points. You do begin to see monstrous faces begin to get real close up to the sensors of the drone and then fade back. And then you poof out to the other side and you're in a room. There is loud techno music that is blaring from a different room.
I hate Sandstorm, but I like the efforts.
That's Darude.
Yeah, sandstone.
No, I was just saying you were.
You're
I get
being
you. I get
Darude
you.
right now.
I get you. I get you. That was good.
But yeah, it is extremely loud. It is dark. Um, and there's some weird smell there. You can't place it, but there's some odd smell.
I can pick up smells through my drones.
I think so through the sensor array.
Sick.
Only because you're jacked into it.
Right.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to.
So I'm in a room
Smells
and I
real-
can hear this music, but like, are there people around me, or is this like maybe like
No,
a
it's just
basement?
a dark room. Turn the light on, you look around. It's almost exactly what the room that you were on the other side of.
Shit. Through comms, just be like, yeah, this was totally the thing to do. Just jump through the pool thing.
Wait, so there is a bar?
Well, I mean, there's techno music, so maybe it's a bar.
And as he begins to talk, you can hear the very faint sound through the background.
That sounds like dancing. That sounds like a great time. Sounds like a club. I'm on my way, and I jump in.
Okay. As you jump in, I need you to roll body plus willpower.
I want him to like come out of a portal like horizontally and just get yeeted into the wall.
Yes, please.
Like he's on the fucking one-man skeleton, just straight into the wall.
Is everyone else just following in? Max shakes her head like, "What?" and then just jumps in.
That's 4 hits on the body plus willpower.
Skull, actually, you jumping in as well.
I'm just staring at the pole and just like, why? Hey, y'all, what about the castle?
As I'm flying through space and time, I'm gonna go secret ta-da!
You go to say that, but you feel like your vocal cords are giving it off, but nothing is coming out, as if you're like gasping for air. As you are flying through space and time, you get these monsters and these creatures that give up in your face, and you can actually smell the breath off of one. It's just absolutely raunch.
Grody.
Yes. You feel one of these creatures grab onto you, and you feel like a burning sensation as you see the arm begin to snap and almost look like it's trying to get into your arm. But as you sort of shake it off, it snaps away and it begins to drift off behind you as you come flying out and sort
I
of
don't like
land on the
I
ground
don't like
next
that at
to the pool.
And I'm out of the pool at this point.
Yep, but it does look like you are in the exact same room of which you came from.
All right. As soon as I'm out of the pool, I'm up to my knees and just puking at the smell of that monster's breath and the concept that it just tried to get under my skin.
Max comes out. And sort of just slides through your puke.
Oof.
She just looks down at. Really?
Hey, that's not my puke. That's somebody else's puke. It was here when I got here. You can't prove that.
It's his puke.
Green, we're gonna have a talk about how cool you're actually gonna be one of these days. But god dang.
But yeah,
Do you want to send your other drone in too?
yeah. I'm gonna send both. I meant to send both. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. The last one on the other side is Skolax.
I look to the door behind me and just like, fuck, and hop in.
Okay, I need you to go ahead and roll body plus willpower for me.
Four hits.
Perfect. You go through as well. You sort of dive through and you begin to see these creatures and stuff like that. And among all the creatures and faces you see, You think you see someone you know. You don't know. It's like if in a dream when you see someone you know, but you wake up and you can't exactly put the name to the face of the person you saw in the dream, but you knew you recognized who they were. But you emerge the other side and you see Max and OP and Mr. Green having a conversation about being cool as you see a skid pile of vomit and OP on his knees.
Did I land in the vomit?
You did not. There's not much left after someone decided to skid through it. But you sort of hop out on the other side as well, and sort of just like almost superhero pose, but you're laying on the other side, and you guys hear the sound of music booming from the other side of the door.
I give a small heave and say, "I hate magic."
Magic is a hell of a drug. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I've done a lot of drugs, and this is goddamn. It's the worst one. But
You're right. You have done a lot of drugs.
Multiple copious amounts of drugs. Anyway, onward, I guess, because I'm not going back that way just yet.
In the same corner where you guys saw the original camera, you do see
thank
on
you
the
for
other side is a
follow.
broken camera as
You're
well.
a real wizard. Thank you so much.
Almost exactly looking the exact same way as it did on the other side.
Interesting. With
Absolutely.
what's
with
the
that mod
vision
20
thing that we
hype in
have?
the chat.
Augmented reality or whatever.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Does anything get picked up by that if I'm looking around?
Not in this room, no.
Okay. And since it's a mirror, I assume that the door to leave is in the same spot, right?
It is.
All right. I'm guessing we just keep going, guys. Or
I'm down. Let's go find where that music's coming from.
all right, let's go. I'll
All
flip
right,
first.
as you who's opening the door?
Oh, I guess that's a problem still.
It is.
I shuffle forward.
All right, you go ahead and open the door, and as you open the door, you find yourself on a second floor balcony overlooking a large dance floor. The dance floor also on the outside of it has a large amount of couches. There's multiple mini bar setups throughout the whole area. And you look outside and you can see a locked, through the windows, you can see there are multiple boarded up windows. And through the windows, you see a large fence similar to the fence you saw on the outside of the manor. But you now are in the middle of a quote unquote rundown magical bar.
All right, so to the rest of the group, all right, everybody, keep your head down, follow me. This is exactly my kind of environment. So if you have any questions, holler at me. Other than that, I think I might be our best bet to talk our way through here. All right?
Yeah, man. I mean, that is your job.
Especially because we in a bar now.
All right. You look around. There's roughly 100 to 200 people in here. It's hard to tell with the amount of people that are here. It is a very, very busy bar. As you guys passed by it, you didn't hear any sound or anything like that. So the fact that this music's playing this loudly, you could not hear it on the outside, definitely can tell there's some sort of magical force between the two. And there's lights going off. There's different people dancing on the floor. And then you do see there is about 4 other doors on both directions of the door you guys walk out of. You're not sure where they go. They're all shut. 5 of them stay occupied. And then you just sort of have each side of the balcony has a staircase that sort of winds down towards the center floor. And there is even on the far side of the bar, almost next to the doors, you do see 2 large trolls in full, very fancy suits, almost like OP's is. But you can see that they are very openly carrying a sidearm on their waist. But you do see a long row of chairs on the very left wall with people slotted in to something. You assume it's probably a BTL hangout as well, which are better than life chips, where they sort of just plug in something and they become somewhere that they're not. Whether it's a superhero flying around or it's going and becoming a crime, some sort of crime person, murderer, whatever you want to be, you have the opportunity to just sort of be that for the moment. Very addictive. As sometimes those people that are trying to live someone else's life would rather live that life than their own. But you see that there's a whole lineup for that. But on the right side, you see there are multiple different setups for mini bars and stuff like that, and couches that have different, almost looks like hookah towers, but no one does hookah around this time period anymore. But they definitely look like it. OP, you notice from your copious amount of drug use that there are different people. You can sort of see slight interactions of drug dealings going on between different groups of people. You can't see what they're trying to sell or what they are in the process of moving, but you can definitely get that interaction as you've seen that interaction personally.
All right. Hey, is anybody else getting some strong Matrix vibes off of this place? Like, I love that movie.
That was a good
That
movie.
movie was choice.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to head down the stairs to the right.
Okay. You begin to descend the spiral staircase. Everyone sort of looks up at you. Not everyone, but like there are multiple people that look up towards you as you are beginning to randomly just descend from the staircase. But they don't seem to really pay you much mind.
All right, and I'm going to do my best to kind of blend. I am still obviously wearing my nice suit that's kind of trademarked at this point. But just act casual. I've been in bars. I know how to behave.
Roll etiquette.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
As you have an orc walk out with an axe in hand.
An axe and a shotgun.
Right.
Specifically just a bodyguard. It's okay. I'm famous.
Right.
Like that James Franco meme where he's just like, "Be cool."
Be cool.
All right, it's five hits.
Hits. Sorry, I accidentally clicked your link. 5 hits. You definitely make your way down. You notice that there are a few individuals, especially in the corner that are dealing with most of the drug trade. There are a few individuals that are wearing suits of your caliber, but most of them are wearing leather jackets and more what almost look like runner style compared to like corporate professional or high class. So you almost break that curve, but you definitely get the understanding that because you're in this suit, that means you're either in the process of selling something or very wealthy looking to buy some drugs.
I like the
One
latter.
of the two.
I like the latter. That's a good choice.
The rest of you, what are you guys doing? Max looks around and goes, I'm just going to just search the top floor, see if there's any people trying to sneak up on us or anything like that. So if you guys need me, I'll be on comms. And then she sort of slowly begins to walk down the hallway and try to begin checking for doors.
Of all the like jackets and stuff, is there any sort of like notable like Yakuza or Triad sort of symbols here?
Go ahead and roll perception for me.
Are we really about to start like a gang war in this club?
2 successes. If they're there, dude, I gotta fuck with them, dude.
You see
Oh no.
a brown bomber jacket with a green shamrock on it.
All right. I think I gotta roll stealth again because I'm gonna try and get some information off this guy.
Sure.
I'm gonna steal my axe and follow OP.
Descend down. You, on the other hand, are beginning to bring a little bit more attention to yourself as you have a shotgun and axe in tow. But they definitely sort of see who you're with and don't really pay a whole lot of mind. It's probably best they keep their head if they don't look at you. So you definitely get that intimidation fact going already as you begin to descend the staircase with OP.
Hey, Axe, if anybody asks, you're my muscle, all right? Like, don't need any more explanation than that. Don't need anything else. Just head down, stick with me. We'll be all right.
All right, Omri, but make sure you do all the talking.
Please.
I rolled a 1 on that stealth roll.
Stealth roll. Okay. You think you're being stealthy? Or would you like to go?
I'd like to get a close enough to look at the face of the person with the bomber jacket.
Okay.
Just like
Yeah, it's just like right here, you're like scanning. You actually
Citizen.
fly into their face a little bit.
Citizen, remain calm. Facial scan complete. Have a great day.
Right. They have almost a dead look to their face. They're dancing and stuff like that, but they don't have any real signs of expression, like they're enjoying themselves or anything like that. Their eyes are just almost glazed over, just sort of dead, just dancing. They are human, of Japanese descent of some sort. Almost looks like Mr. Green. But there's something just off. You can't tell what it is, but something's a little bit off about it.
Alright, 1 second. I'm about to make some mistakes.
Mr. Jenkins, you see a large orc that looks like to be some sort of muscle for an elf that's beginning to descend down the stairs as you're relaxing and reclining on one of these couches. And you see a drone that's sort of beginning to fly among the crowd and just begins to scan a random person that's just sort of dancing in the middle. But you're sort of, that's what you notice that's sort of out of the ordinary because you didn't see them go up. You definitely started seeing them come down.
Gonna pocket my recent purchase into my duffel bag, and I'm gonna keep a hand on the hideaway just in case things get hairy, and trying to like look relaxed if I can.
Sure. You definitely look around. You definitely seem relaxed. You're prepared for what may come, but nothing is too suspicious so far. I mean, it's nothing out of the ordinary to see a wealthy person walk down with some hired muscle. And you're not exactly sure. Maybe it's the nightclub's drones that are just looking for a specific person, or maybe it's one of these wealthy people sitting around you that have extra security with them as well.
Got it. And the wealthy one, is he like ostentatiously wealthy?
Yeah.
OP, go ahead and describe what your character looks.
All right, brother. So what you see in front of you right now is a man in a sharp-looking suit with a great-looking tie, kick-ass cowboy hat because hot damn, that's in style, and some pretty cool shades. Hey, you know what's going on. Also at my belt, you do see a katana. Just a casual carry. There necessarily mean nothing about me, none. But you can also see right along the temples on either side, there are light scarring, as if some sort of implant is inside my head. Yeah. Oh, also, my shoes are fantastic.
Real quick, Jenkins, do you have any glasses or any way to see into AR? No?
All
okay.
right, then you don't need to worry about what's going on in AR.
Yeah. Yep. As you begin to descend, you begin to see a couple more looks come towards you, OP. And they sort of just begin to tilt their heads a little bit while they're dancing, but they sort of, well, maybe they're just seeing something, begin to wipe their eyes, and then just continue dancing. You get the confusion that maybe because the rooster head is still active, that it's just a little off.
I'm gonna leave it on, but as I walk down, I'm just gonna give people the like, hey.
Okay. What would you like to do as you reach the ground floor?
I'm gonna make a quick scan and see if anybody is looking at me with intent.
Roll perception.
As in, like, is anybody like looking at me all sus-like, or are they looking at me because I'm the new guy in the room? You know what I mean?
Sure. Then I'll ask you to roll perception, and then if you do notice anyone, I'll ask you to roll judge intentions.
You got it.
Bruce, I'd like to mark the guy in the bomber jacket in AR.
Okay. The rest of you who have access to the AR can also see a light outline of that individual in the bomber jacket. Those of you that not sort of take a look at that real quick, notice that it's almost the exact same bomber jacket that Mr. Green usually wears.
I got no hits on that perception.
Okay, and was it any glitches? Was
No.
it a glitch or just no hits?
Just no hits.
Okay. People look at you all the time, man. There's
I'm
nothing
damn
new
gorgeous. Hey, if you're looking at me, you're getting a treat. All right, then I would like to go to a last known location of one of those dealers.
All right. So you walk up to one of the couches, and you see Jenkins. Go ahead and describe your character as you begin to sort of plop down next to him, as it seems to be one of the open seats at the couch.
Jenkins is he's older, but it's a kind of an indeterminate age. His hair is kind of salt and peppery. He's got a really thin, like wispy kind of mustache. He has kind of like a bit of the long stare, and like his eyes are sunken in. Your own experience with narcotics and things like that, you can tell he's used a few different things in his time. He wears kind of a large overcoat with lots of pockets and things like that, and a pair of really well-worn boots that probably should have been replaced a while back. And then on the ground next to him, kind of like with like a long shoulder strap, there's a duffel bag that he's just zipping up as you're sitting down.
Hey there, old timer. I got a quick question for you. I mean, only if you got a second. I'm not trying to intrude or nothing like that.
Say your piece.
Hey, brother, I like your accent. Anyway, I'm hoping that maybe you could point me to a good place where I can listen to some jazz.
We talking smooth or contemporary?
Hey, brother, I'm just looking for a good old time. Wherever they got the beat that pop, that's where I want to be till I drop. You get what I'm saying?
I hear you. Tell you what, let's take a stroll.
Hot
I got a
damn.
person you might.
I would love to meet them. Hey, big guy, come on. We're mosey. Hope you don't mind. Anywhere I go, this guy goes. That's just the way.
Been in his boot.
I just nod and follow. And can I scan like the areas like who has weapons?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
All right.
Mr. Green, is there anything you would like to do? Is you now have marked the individual, and you can see OP and Skolax meet this honorable-looking gentleman, and then begin to stand up and prepare to walk.
The guy with the bomber jacket with the shamrock. Does it look like he's interacting with anyone else? That would be sort of gang affiliated.
Doesn't look like it. You can definitely tell he's surrounded by different women that he's attempting to dance with each one of them individually, but they're sort of just all sort of flocked to him. But no one seems to be really gang affiliated. It doesn't look like.
Got you. All right, I'll kind of blow back over to where OP is.
Okay.
I'd like to lead them.
You don't notice any weapons or anything like that. It was definitely obvious when you guys were at the top of the stairs, the two trolls at the front door that had weapons at the front, but no one else in the crowd or any bartenders or anything like that seemed to have any weaponry on them. And where would you like to lead them, TJ?
I'd like to lead them to my courteous vendor who shares a similar musical taste with me.
Perfect. You see a individual who has their back to you guys as you guys are approaching up to them, sort of looking through a very nice like almost suitcase that they have with them, that they sort of carry around. But they're just sort of filling through as you guys approach. Did not seem to notice you behind them.
Hoy.
Yeah, what's up? And he's not breaking, like not looking at you guys, just sort of continuing to do their thing.
Got a client here for you.
Is that so? And OP, you recognize this voice. If you want to roll a memory check.
All right. What would that be under? Would that be like a perception check or like an intuition check?
It is, I think a logic plus willpower. We'll just roll that.
Logic plus willpower. One, two, three, four. 4 hits.
4 hits. Individual, and you definitely, it clicks as he turns around. This is the person that gave you that really, really very nice drugs that you guys were met at the safe house area that you guys reside in.
All right. So I'm just gonna jump in. Howdy, chummer. Fancy meeting you in an establishment like this. I'm actually here to I'm here to partake in some jazz. Do you know anywhere where I could find any maestros qualified enough to play something good?
Looks over at you, Jenkins. Yeah, that'd be myself.
All right. Well,
While you're talking.
I'm looking for 2 poppers. How about that? Let's just get down to it. Looking for 2 poppers. What you got?
Yeah. It turns back to the suitcase and places, takes them out of the little slots, and it closes the suitcase, locks it, spins the dial that's on it, and then goes ahead and places the 2 poppers out.
All right. Thank you, friend. How much is that gonna run me?
250 Canadian a piece.
All right. Now, just out of curiosity, I actually ran into a gentleman earlier, and he had told me to meet him here. Do you know? You must see a whole bunch of people. Would you happen to know this gentleman? And I just bring up our mark on my phone, just like, I'm looking for this guy. He told me to meet him here, but I don't have much other information. He said that, I mean, one seedy person to another. He said he might have some work for me, and I'm kind of, fiending here. So if you could point me in his direction, I would love to be able to start making some more cash.
He chuckles at your fiending comment. He's like, yeah, I know the guy. He runs the place. His office is upstairs on the far left. Large gold plate door has his name on it. Should be able to if he's expecting to be up there. I didn't send you up there though.
Oh no, not even a little bit there, friend. Anyway, here you go. And I'm going to take one of my cred sticks. I'm going to put 700 on it, so an extra 200.
Okay.
And I'm going to hand it to him and be like, that's it's got a little bit extra, so keep that for yourself there, right?
No one better to spend it on.
Tell you what, if you're looking for an intermediary, I could do some introductions. Could use some work myself.
That sounds like a pretty good idea. Just 1 second, and I'm going to run that over comms silently to everybody. Hey there, everybody. I met a gentleman here who's actually saying that he can be our go-between between us and our mart. So perhaps I think it's a great way to get in. Also found the office, top floor, last door, all the way down to the left.
All right. So what happens after we get the mark? What do we do with this guy?
I figure we cross that bridge when we get there. Maybe a bullet in the back of the head. Maybe we just pay him a little bit and we can send him on his way. He looks pretty drifty, if you ask me. But
Well, I mean, as someone who's actually getting money from this job, I'm not trying to give him any of my double cut. So
ain't nobody said you getting double cut. We called that bet off. Remember?
you called that bet off. We shook on it.
And then
Over
we
the
unshook over it.
Over the comms, you hear a voice that matches no one in your party.
Oh no, he froze.
All right,
We're good?
You're back. Hi.
Hey, hi. You hear a voice come over your comms that matches no one in your party. So I hear you're looking for me then.
Oh, hey, what up? I don't know your name, so I'm just going to call you Soren. Hey there, bud. Listen, I'm pretty sure you just heard all of that, and there ain't no way I'm going to be able to talk my way around it. So how's about we just meet you in your office, we exchange some words, and then we go from there.
You know, if you want to see your elderly friend again that was snooping around, you may want to be very careful with your next choice of words.
Yeah. Mac's a great person. I enjoy her company very much so. Not in that way, you sucko. We get it strictly platonic. Anyway, yeah, we're going to come on up and see us. So just make sure that door unlocked, all right?
We'll see. And you hear the sound of a gun being loaded.
All right. So everybody just heard that. I'm going to get the new gentleman that just reintroduced me to one of my favorite drug dealers I've ever met. And we'll meet y'all upstairs. Vamos. Hey, old timer there. Yeah, let's if you could actually be our intermediary. Sorry, I'm having a great night already, as you can tell. If you want to be our go-between there, I would love that. So, do you mind showing me the way to that office?
Sounds like an agreement. We have an accord. And he sticks a kind of a grubby, fingerless, gloved hand forward. Name's Jenkins.
Everybody calls me OP.
Pleasure met.
Pleasure met, sir. It's all mine, all mine. Lead the way.
And with that, knowing this establishment pretty well and knowing a lot of the people there, I'm going to lead him at not a brisk pace, but like we're going somewhere.
You
I'm
are
gonna head up towards.
Okay. Definitely heading somewhere with a purpose. You head up to the plaque next to the office of Sir Gerald Phillipsy.
And I know that you don't just turn the handle. These aren't the kind of doors that you just stride into. I'm going to, knowing my etiquette of the place, I'm going to knock in accordance with the policy.
You knock on the door, and then the door begins to slide open. And you do see Max sort of tied up with a troll that looks very familiar to you. Sort of aiming right at her head with a large weapon, a large large gun.
Peace there, boss. I just got some fellers want to meet you.
Oh, I'm perfectly aware they do.
Oh, you do? Oh, well, yeah, of course you do. You sure would. You know what? I'm just gonna... And he starts to kind of like stutter and back up a few steps behind.
Hey, Scully, how about you stop our friend there?
I reach out with one hand and just put it on his back. Just kind of hold him in place, you know.
And very, very
Do
quiet.
that, dart a little.
Yeah, very, very, very quietly. Now, Mr. Jenkins, I ain't trying to hurt nobody, no how, no way this evening. I told you once I'm just here to have a good time and talk to this fine gentleman. However, I need you to trust me here. I need a little bit of an insurance policy. You seem to be a regular here, and I'm hoping, against hope, that perhaps this gentleman that I'm here to speak with would not want to hurt you. So, give us just a couple quick seconds here, and we can talk about our future after everything happens here and we are not all dead. So anyway, just be cool, baby. Just be cool.
Hey, no threat, no problems here. I'm just you know what? I'm nobody. You know,
All right. So, Mr. Jerry, is it?
Gerald, yes.
All right, Jerry. So we're gonna have let's have ourselves a little conversation, shall we?
I can more than happy to have that conversation.
All right. So I'm gonna be real straight and level with you here. I've got goons with me. They may not all be here, but we got goons. So we was hired to either get you to come quietly or to bring your head back. I'm not going to tell you who told us to come get you, but I can just tell you this would be a million times easier if we could just get them the conversation that they want from you. So this can go one of two ways.
As you sort of say that, he begins to get a smirk that has sort of appeared on his face. They're not looking for conversation. If you thought they were, then you're half as what's the term you guys use now? Stupid as what you look like when you're trying to sneak through my halls on cameras.
Yeah, I like that you pretend like you don't know what the word stupid is, so we can drop the pleasantry act. I know exactly what they're talking about, but I'm just doing a job. You got to respect a man on his hustle. I've got several other men. Well, we're gonna redact that. I got several other goons with me, and we're all just out here on our hustle. So, like I said, you can either come with us, or things can get a little out of hand. I, on one hand, do not want to get a little rowdy up in this establishment, and it's very nice. And I have been waiting a long time to figure out what this place was because, damn, I want to party here so bad.
He's lying to you. This place isn't nice. And then I'm going to try and take a shot at him.
Green, you busted my balls.
uh, he's like, well, you may have your goons that are sort of hidden around where you may like, but he goes ahead and slides over a tablet towards you, OP.
He does what?
And he slides a tablet over to OP over the desk.
Oh, okay.
And double taps the front of it. It's a very familiar looking car with two individuals sitting inside the car with about 5 trolls aimed full automatics at the vehicle.
Is that my vehicle?
You'd probably assume that it's probably your vehicle.
Fuck.
Yeah. All right. So cool. You just put me in check, but this little chess game ain't over. See, I have an offer for you. Now, you must be aware that my employer is after you in a big way.
Yeah.
All right, so I see a way that we can all walk out of here. No harm, no foul. Everybody's good.
Interesting.
See, they didn't ask for much more proof than a fang that you went down. So I'm thinking you give us some teeth. Just one, even. And then give me your gentleman's word that you'll get the fuck out of Seattle.
You see, where I'm sitting right now, business is good. And someone who knows business and can understand a person who's just trying to run a business, not going to do that. Because I've been here for, well, quite frankly, longer than you've been alive and probably your grandparents. So, I'm not going to be leaving Seattle. I know the person that probably hired you because this guy over here, he points nods over to the troll. That's his brother that I decided to take because, well, I can.
So give me one of his teeth.
Well, you need fangs, and fangs they take years to grow in to really, really be there. And you see, I have a feeling he's going to try to kill me, try to find me, so that way he can come back. And you see, there's just no coming back because, as you can see, and he sort of snaps. It almost instantly, as if the guy had control over this individual. Takes the gun and just sort of flips it, and then aims it right back at Max. He's under my control.
Absolutely. And you seem like a very charismatic gentleman. Really what I'm trying to get at here is I don't want to tussle. We ended up having a tussle down in the hallways under here because we didn't know what we were walking into because our mysterious benefactor failed to give us the information so needingly needed for this job. So I'm not saying I'm about to flip, but I'm about to say that business is good for you. We got no beef. I just want to make sure I'm getting a paycheck. One way or another. We get paid. You get to have a life still. Sounds like you're out here loving life. I have no beef with your lifestyle or how you're making your money. I just need to make sure that me and my goons get fed.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, what's a couple years in your lifespan? It must feel like nothing, right? And then
Bingo.
all you got to do is fucking give up a tooth to buy yourself like years of anonymity because no one's looking for you. I mean, obviously, business is going to do well, and then you'll be back on the radar, and then boom, you give up another fucking tooth. Like, this seems like a business expense that's like common practice. I mean, I'm not a vampire. I don't know how this shit works, but like, I would
It'd be
assume.
sort of similar like you yanking out your hand and then giving up your hand.
Well, I mean, if I was under the
Temporarily.
assumption that that hand was coming back,
But you see how inconvenient that would be just to have one hand for X amount of years.
Okay, so
right?
taking a
But
step
like,
back.
how much better is your business unimpeded than with assholes getting sent to fuck with you every week?
Well, you would be the fourth person in the last 2 months. So, I mean, business is still looking good.
Like, but if we hadn't showed up, like if nobody had a price on you, and you were just doing what you wanted, no nuisances, no nothing.
I'm just saying, you guys aren't the first group to come try to.
Right, but we could be the last for a short amount of time. You know what I mean?
And by
Right,
short
a
amount
short
of
amount of
time, that's a
time.
few years. So I mean, like
Right,
dropping
but
the bucket.
I'm talking
but
vampire time. We're speaking on his term.
yeah. No, I get you. I was just making sure everybody's on the same page here. All right, Mr. Ellipsis.
I think it's ellipses
Ah, yes, ellipses. ... I get you. All right.
or ellipsesi.
No, that makes him sound like he makes movies. Martin Martin Ellipsese.
Speak your piece or get out of my office.
Hey, I'm sorry, friend. I'm just trying to make sure, like I said, that me and my goons, we get fed, we have a job. Now, maybe if there was something that you could put on the table, make things a little more interesting for us, that doesn't include my boys in the car getting ganked, or Max here ended up with a bullet where she shouldn't have one, then perhaps we can strike a deal. Because, you know, money's nice, but more money's even nicer if you catch my float.
I got you just fine.
Green, run that number
Give me
past
a
me one more
day.
time.
What number?
How much we making off this one?
I wrote it down. 1 sec. I gotta find it.
I would say send it over comms, but obviously this guy is in our comms.
You do see that he's currently has like at the other hand he didn't slide over the data pad with. The other hand is holding Max's comlink.
That would make sense.
30K dead, 55K alive.
That's the numbers that we're working with. If you can, I don't know, 1.5, 2 times that, then I think you got a deal, and we can look the other way and just say that, oh dang, you elusive and you got away.
Or like a tooth and no money. That's always an option, right?
Or a couple more dead runners no one's going to miss is another option.
I didn't want to have to play this card, but people would come looking for me.
Yeah. I would be. Let's not. That was a little rude. We're being professional here.
Yeah.
I'm being professional too. I'm just giving about as outrageous request as your ask.
That's not. I wouldn't say that's an outrageous request.
I feel like maybe you're being a little unreasonable here.
I was
mean,
gonna
maybe
say
I am, but you come into my business and then asking for me to increase your pay.
This is business. We have a grievance. We're taking it up with you.
Hey, look at my haircut. Does it look like I asked to see the manager? I did not. You asked to see me. So we came to you to fix your grievance. Now, on my body, sir, you better damn well fix ours.
Well, do you know what kind of company or group of individuals you're working for right now? Are you aware?
I know they deal in magical exploits and things of the such. Beyond that, I didn't look too much into the moral standing of my employer.
Just think maybe before you go offing some random individual, you just take a look at the people that are hiring to do so.
Well, I mean, clearly it's not random. They benefit from you dying, and then we get paid, so it benefits us if you die as well.
And sir,
I mean,
with respect,
no matter who you kill, it benefits someone.
And sir, with
It's the
respect,
butterfly effect.
if I went and did a background check on the morality of every person that ever offered me a job, I'd probably never have work because there's always some sort of fly in that ointment.
Fair.
So at some point in my line of work, we got to separate reality from a paycheck. And I'm sorry that this is what it's come to, but I'm also trying to take that moral ground. I have no beef with you. There is no quarrel here, sir. Perhaps, and there's that word again tonight. Damn, I cannot get away from it. That word's just so much fun to say. Anyway, you seem to be a well-off businessman. So if you were able to increase our pay just ever so slightly in the grand scheme of things, I'm not pretending to know your finance, but just by a quick glance, it seems like you'd be able to make that happen. Then we'd be out of your hair. You'd get a few more years at least of no one coming to look for you. And boom, we'd be out of the way. You'd have a good life, and you could continue your quarrel with my employer, and we go from there.
Very interesting. Go ahead and roll diplomacy for me.
Hell yeah. Where's my diplomacy skill?
Negotiation, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
For some reason, Starfinder creeped back in my head like it deserved it.
Holy 15 dice, Batman.
Nice. Diplomacy. Man, ending this mission without violence, that would be a fucking huge win.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm gonna go ahead and burn another edge on that. I'm down to 1.
I'm gonna burn an edge too.
Fair. Now, I'm trying to remember. I'm making sure I'm doing this right. Post edge, I just reroll misses. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Cool. All right. I'm ready when you are.
Go ahead.
9 hits.
Okay. He takes a minute, looks down at the data pad, double taps it to turn off the video.
OP's butt clenches.
And I think that's a good time to go to break. So we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break. How long do we want to call it?
We good to call it just a quick 10 minutes tonight?
Sounds good to me.
All right.
So we'll be back at what? Is it 9:40 your guys' time?
It's
No.
9:27, so let's go ahead and just call it 9:40. We'll be back. So a couple extra minutes there, but be right back.
Bye.
Bye. And we're back! Welcome back, everybody. Hey, TT2KB, thanks for the host while we were on break. We appreciate you. Dab on them one time for the one time. What up, though? And without getting too sidetracked or anything of the sort, Bruce, bring us back in.
So, where we left off, he has slid the tablet back away from you, showing your two friends, double tapped it, so you no longer had view of them. And he takes it and slides it underneath his desk to put it away. You know, it's a very, very nice offer. But I'm going to have to rightfully decline.
Well, dang. So where do we go from here, sir?
See if that firepower of yours backs up what you were saying.
I'd like to slowly reach down and pull out a popper of psych.
Popper of what?
Psych.
I don't know.
Drugs that casters use to make them cast better.
Okay, got you. Didn't know you were a caster.
I would also like to. I'm gonna nod a little bit. I'm gonna reach into my pocket and pull out one of those new poppers that I just got at Jazz. It's like 1 second.
I need you to roll react plus intuition. Or it's more or less to dodge. As you are reaching inside your jacket pocket in a violent situation.
I was gonna put
And
up
the troll
I was gonna put
is
up that
not
1 second.
happening.
Just
Yeah, 1 second. Let me just reach in here, give him a go. Oh, you're dead.
I thought
but
I was being subtle.
reaction plus. I always forget.
intuition. As reaction plus intuition.
There it is. Sorry, I don't dodge often.
Right.
Okay, guys,
you might not
I'm
judge
12, and what is this?
You don't have to worry about it, TJ. It's just OP here.
4 hits.
Respectful.
I want to catch the bullet. I'm hopped up on drugs, man. There ain't shit I can't do right now.
You're right, and you catch this bullet right in the shoulder. I need you to go ahead and soak 6 physical with a -2 AP.
Okay. I've never. That's body plus armor, right? Bruce?
Froze.
No.
Oh,
There he
it's good
goes.
now.
Bruce, you're back. I was so scared. I thought you left me forever.
I did, but I'm back from the future.
Oh, dang.
Damn.
Let me tell you, Area 51, this shit.
So it goes well. They
It
can't
goes
actually
well.
stop us all.
Nah, dude, we Naruto run too fast.
Naruto Run can't get hit by bullets. Anyway,
They can't stop us all.
so soaking armor plus body, right?
Yeah. -2.
-2. 7, 8, 10, 12, 14. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and I get 5 hits, so I take 1 point of damage.
Yep, you take 1 point of physical as you catch a bullet like you were wanting to, but in the shoulder.
Not exactly how I had it planned, but like
Oh,
I still did it. Y'all saw it. I still did it.
yep, you sure saw him catch a bullet straight to the shoulder. After that, I need everyone to go ahead and roll initiative.
Damn it! I haven't even taken my drugs yet. This guy's disrespectful.
Yeah, a little bit.
And also, is it just him and is it just the troll and our target in the room?
That you can see, yeah.
I hate that classification.
So for my initiative, it says 7 plus 1d6. So do I roll 8d6?
No, so you just roll 1d6 and add it to the 7. And then just make sure you check what psych does, because it can also affect your initiative as well. Drugs can also affect your initiative.
It's reaction plus intuition, right?
That is correct.
Yep. If you have
No. Sorry, it's gonna be on the right side. It should show. I believe it's the right side. Or it shows your initiative.
Yeah, so if you're in Chummer, if you go all the way to the right, there's the 3 tabs up at the top. Click on Other Info. It'll be the 3rd line down. 7 plus 2d6 is mine.
9 plus 3d6. So
Jesus.
it's what 9 plus 3 dice.
So roll 3 dice and then add 9 to it.
Dang. You're
He's a fast boy.
Yeah, for being a big old boy, you a fast big old boy.
So 11.
I don't
What,
think
is that
you're...
total?
Wait, I don't think that's possible.
No, it's not.
Total.
Like
Total,
mathematically,
right?
that doesn't work.
Yeah, so whatever you rolled on your 3d6 plus 9.
So 23.
Okay,
There we go.
There you go.
that makes more sense.
I was like 11. That's not. I was like, wow, you rolled really bad. I was like, wait, that's not even possible.
You rolled a 0 on one of those. That's how that happened.
It got consumed by the void.
Yeah. Yikes.
Those...
I got 11, Bruce.
Opie
18.
Jenkins. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. 10. Okay.
I should have hit the jazz instead of the psych.
Dude, that's exactly what I was trying to do.
You almost did it too.
Dude, almost. I was trying to spin move out of the way of that bullet and like pop the popper at the same time. Because I'm an acrobatic druggie.
Acrobatic drug addict.
Acrobatic tweaker.
So like everybody in San Diego.
Yes.
That's a shots fired if I ever heard one.
Have you been to San Diego?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No.
It's pretty accurate. Especially right down by the Greyhound station.
That's any
Ocean
Greyhound station. That's not.
Yeah,
San-
let me tell you, that's the exact same here in Indies. You're not far off.
Greyhound stations themselves are like little islands of.
Or
Very interesting individuals, red Greyhounds.
Been there, done that. The guy took a dump on the bus.
it's true.
Yeah. I had a dude get arrested.
Our bus driver was a victim to many racial slurs, and he almost pulled off the freeway and kicked everyone off the bus.
That's hardcore.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts.
So the troll is going to go ahead and go first. He's going to go ahead and take his gun and hurry up and turn it to the most threatening individual in the room, Mr. Skolax. He's going to go ahead and take a shot at you.
All right.
Hey, that's awesome. Skullfrag meets Skullax.
If they want a skull frag, I can give them a skull frag.
Get him.
It's just
And then I need you to roll reaction plus intuition to dodge.
It's just chunky salsa the whole room.
Yeah, do it. You won't.
Do it to myself. Start a whole new game.
You won't.
That's 2 hits.
Oh. You take... Or you need to roll body plus armor against 10 physical. Armor piercing -2.
So that's your body plus your armor.
-2.
And that's on the condition monitors tab. It'll be damage resistance pool.
All right. That's the amount of die I roll, right?
Correct. Then make sure to subtract 2 from it because of the armor penetrating bullet.
Okay, 21 dice.
Sounds about right.
11 hits.
Wow.
Then I think mathematically that means you don't take damage.
It just bounces off my armor jacket.
Yeah.
It actually
It does. It sort of like hits the
11
clip of
over
it.
10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he heals.
Mm,
Is the +1.
Right,
Math
right.
works.
I actually can confirm he took the overheal mastery. So
Oh. Duly noted.
all excess healing becomes shield.
Damn, that's impressive. But you go ahead and it just bounce off the armor a little bit, and then Jenkins, you see the bullet sort of ricochet off his armor and just sort of flying right past you.
James
Skolax.
lets out a very unmanly note.
Skolax, it is your turn.
All right, I'm just gonna unload on the troll with my shotgun.
You know what? I actually have a very handy. Do you get to with the shotgun? You can choose to like how wide or narrow you want the blast to go, because it's futuristic. You get the choice over that. I'll send you a table soon that will have all that information.
It's the future, so it shoots both slug and like shot at the same time, but you just get to flip a switch and decide which is which.
True.
Flip a switch, decide which is which. Ian's dropping bomb.
Yeah. Always. Gang gang.
But it's really just a snitch.
Oof.
Damn. The disrespect.
Doctor disrespect to you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I mean,
I
like,
didn't say that was that educated.
Oof.
and like, hold on now. You put some respect on Doc's name.
I did.
None of us have sufficient facial hair to be Dr. Disrespect.
That mustache is glorious.
It's true.
Okay.
Malfoy, grow a mustache like Doc's.
All right, do I have to roll for each shot of the shotgun?
Excuse me?
Do I have to roll for each shot of that shotgun?
So you just shoot once, and then you go ahead and roll your total dice pool for your shot or your long arm shotgun.
All right. So at a 6, that is 2 hits.
He goes ahead and dodges out of the way of your shotgun blast as it just sprays into the desk. You guys hear the music and stop downstairs as gunshots are beginning to fly down.
Sounds about right.
That is Skolax's turn. OP, what is your reaction?
4.
You get to go first.
Hey, look at us out here. We doing it now, boys. All right. So, get my gear pulled up here. Sorry. Weapon.
You better be.
All right. So, I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna like dislocate my wrist for my arm SMG. Because I have a SMG built into my left arm, so I like bust my wrist open, and there's the
You have
barrel.
push talk on, so you're not.
Oh,
saying
that's my bad. Chat can hear me. So my wrist SMG, and I'm also gonna draw the katana. The katana's in my main hand.
Perfect. Good to know. Bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. You drew your weapon.
Yeah. And with the SMG, I'm just gonna do a burst right there at the dude at our vampire mark. Skirt.
Lambo.
One time for the one time.
Sorry, I'm trying to find my weapon skill. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So here's the shot. That's 5 hits.
Your net hits are 1.
I'm upset. So that means it's doing damage. Where's my damage? It's been too long. I'm out of practice.
I feel it.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello. Every time I say that now, I just think Malfoy, and it makes me almost.
I
A little
fucking
angry.
love that video so much. Have you guys seen Banana Bread at Work?
Oh my god, no, but that sounds hysterical.
Oh my god, dude. Chat, you guys are in for a fucking treat.
It's so
So,
weird you see that because I actually had they had banana bread at work today.
god damn it. So damage is 8 with no armor pen.
You take a shot at him, and you see overshield begin to happen. No, you see the bullets sort of glance off his armor. You look at it, and it doesn't look like it actually even connects, as if there's some layer of force, some magical energy that's on.
And right after that, just my real quick statement of, oh, that's cheating. Come on now, man.
He'll go ahead and then pull out some claws and run right at you.
That's why I got a sword, baby.
Do extensive research on vampires.
Nope.
I know that 10 speed did.
As soon as you see their claws extend and begin to rush towards you, you see you see Max's eyes get real wide. I need you to go ahead and try to dodge.
I rolled 1,000,000 hits.
Every hit possible, I hit it.
So your net hits are 2. Just kidding.
It rolled 1,000,002.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Banana Bread at Work, bro? Hell yeah.
So mad.
Freaking skunks,
Another-
bro? Hell no.
Yeah.
Another 5 hits to dodge there.
Fucking love that
I need
video
you to
so much.
soak 5 physical damage.
No AP, I'm assuming.
No AP.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19. All right, we're good. I got 6 hits.
6 hits as he sort of scratches across your armor. It doesn't actually tear the material, but you can definitely feel that it's snagging and getting ready to tear, but no actual visible damage is done to your armor or yourself.
Don't you rip my suit, you motherfucker.
I could care less about the suit. More could try to see what's in your mind. Um, and then we'll go ahead and go to Max, who's a little tied up at the moment.
Hey,
Hey, uh,
rimshot.
Mr. Green, your turn.
Okay, so knowing that there are people outside my car with automatic weapons, I'm going to drop out of my drones. If they just fall to the ground, I don't really give a shit. I'm trying to come back to my body in my car.
Okay.
And then on my car, I have a Ultimax Rainforest carbine attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I like Gatling gun fucking swivel that shit and try and shoot the people around my car?
So let me see something real quick. We'll go ahead and say it will be a complex action for you to be able to jump into your car from your drones. That you have to drop your drone or drop like actively being your drones and switching over to your car.
Okay.
That's really a complex action, so you wouldn't be able to attack or anything this turn with it, but you're now inside of your vehicle.
All right, I'm chill with that.
And your drones are just sort of floating by on standby. They're not doing anything. They're just on standby.
Cool.
Next up is Jenkins.
Okay, so the very first thing Jenkins needs to do is, according to the rulebook, he needs to make a test to see if he bugs out of here, because that's what his mentor spirit teaches.
Yes, it does.
Charisma plus willpower, and then it has 3 in parentheses. I don't know if that's the amount.
Yeah, so you roll your charisma plus willpower, and you're trying to get 3 hits on it.
Defenders of Kobold, rating with a party of 7. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. We just got raided by a bunch of kobolds.
Hell yeah.
Hey guys. Okay, so if my charisma it's 8,
Well,
or do I look at the other
We're
column
fighting a
that says
vampire
3-8?
right now. It's nuts.
Your charisma will be 8.
Okay, so that's 8 die I roll for that, and then willpower it says 5. So is that a total of 13 dice that I roll?
Correct.
Holy moly!
Dude, we're doing really well tonight. It's been a really fun session. There was some talking, trying to negotiate, not having to kill this dude. He thought about it, then decided not to. So now we're trying to fight this dude. Yeah, no big deal. Just future vampire / shrug, you know.
So I got 7 hits and 2 1.
Okay. So you go ahead and succeed. You're not compelled to take off running out of the room. What would you?
And then I have a question. It's kind of like above table, but I need to know what would be a good idea, and I'm kind of like
Sure.
torn. So how badly hurt is OP?
I feel you.
Is who? I'm sorry.
OP. I kind of dig him.
Roll a perception check for me.
Yeah,
Where do I see that?
the
Is that
whole
under
thing
skills?
went,
Common?
Yeah, it'll be underneath skills, active skills.
how about you don't make us kill you and you pay us double and we'll tell our boss that you just got away. And he was like, cool, but how about no? And now we're fighting. So maybe next time we just negotiate with swords and fireballs too.
Two hits, 1-1.
Okay. you see that he's not walking with the same elegancy as he was when he was walking down the stairs. So you can definitely see he's got a little pain to him. It's visible that he's had some afflictions to him, but he's not like bleeding out or dying in any sort of means.
So it might not be beneficial to cast healing right now.
I mean, how many boxes have you taken, Ian?
I've taken 5 boxes of damage.
Out of
3, 6, 9, 12, 15.
so you have 10 boxes left.
So yeah, I have 10 boxes. I have 1 row gone, so I am suffering a -1 to my stuff. Again, this is super above table, but like
Right.
I am suffering a -1 to a bunch of my checks right now because of damage. But like I have 1 more box of damage before I start suffering a -2 to everything. But at the same time,
So it might not be horrible.
It might not be a terrible idea, but at the same time, if you have something to just like nuke the bastard, I would say maybe look into that too.
True.
A good defense is a strong offense.
I have a couple offensive spells. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'd like to charge up a power bolt and release it at the boss, because I'm basically going to side with the winning team, and right now I see more people on one side than on the other.
It's
And I
true.
like my odds with these folks better than I like my odds with the boss, because he'll probably kill me on principle.
Well, at what force are you casting the spell? And you can choose up to double your magic rating.
Hey, gang, I'm just going to tell you out there, everybody out there in Chatland, first off, welcome on in. Second, if you're having fun
So
with
if
us
my
this
magic
evening,
rating is
hit
7,
that
I
follow
can
button.
cast
We're
it
having a
at
good
force
time.
14.
I'd love to see you around here more
If
often.
you wanted to, but you just have to make sure that you remember for the drain portion, you'll have to see what that drain formula is, because like sometimes it's like force -3, and you have to resist that much stun damage, so you can knock yourself out possibly.
Yeah, it says DV force -3.
So that's for the damage value of how much the spell does. Is that what it says for the drain?
Spellcasting is a whole part of this game we haven't touched yet. This sounds crazy.
Yeah.
I see a thing that says resist drain plus
Yep.
13.
Yeah, so that's how much you have to resist it. In the spell section of the, you're using Power Bolt.
Yes, and I'm trying to pull it up in the. Sorry, guys.
No, you're
No,
fine.
you're all
dude.
right. This is a whole new ball game that no one's touched yet. So your drain is force -3, and the damage is whatever your net hits are. So whenever you cast for the force, you have to try to resist force -3 damage using your 13 dice.
Like, he usually is home late if he's doing something like this.
So I would like to cast it at a force 10, because then I have to roll 7 hits or above, right?
Correct. To take no
To
damage.
resist the. Okay.
Okay,
So
so go
that's
ahead and
what
roll your spell casting.
Okay, and I rolled 10 die.
No, you'll go ahead and roll whatever your spell casting skill is. So if you look under the active skill section, there should be a spell casting. I think it's 13.
Yeah, 13.
Okay, so you go ahead and roll 13 dice, and then the max of dice you can keep is equal to the force, which is 10.
Okay, so I got 6 hits and 3 ones.
Okay, and I try to. So that means you deal 6 damage, and I have to resist with just my body.
Oh, baby.
No armor in this game.
Not magic sometimes. So he'll actually take 4 points, and then Yeah, because it doesn't even worry about armor. So he takes 4 points of physical damage.
My body.
Cooks
As
him
you
from
see
the inside
this
out.
energy, or this elderly gentleman just wind back and cast out a bolt of just pure power as it slams into this vampire, and his eyes go wide for a second as he just begins to bake a little bit on the inside. Gets his blood boiling. If
That should be cold.
Okay, so now do I roll the resist?
Yep. So go ahead and roll to resist, and you are resisting 7 with 13 dice.
Would that do more damage because he's a vampire and needs blood?
You would think, but unfortunately, it doesn't quite work like that.
I cast blood vaporation.
As a blood mage, you can't actually do that. So
Wow.
yeah, you're about to find out. Wait, what?
Guys, I got no hits and
Yikes.
4 ones.
So you go ahead and take a whopping 7 points. So you could. This is one of those instances you could use a point of edge to reroll all your misses, which in your case is all of your dice. Would probably be a good idea. Otherwise, you take 7 points of sun damage.
I would look into that.
Let's go ahead and do that. I think it's 3 edges.
Yeah, you have 3 edge. So you can go
So-
ahead and use one of those and just reroll all your dice.
Wow.
And please roll all zeros again. That'd be just
Yeah, anybody out there that's subbed, that's a big oof moment. So we can see, can we get that in the chat, like, spammed out, please?
Oof.
6 hits, 1 1.
all right. So you only take 1 point of sun damage, which is significantly better than 7.
Not point.
I
I
would
need
say.
to never talk mad about you ever again.
I get you.
You rolled 9 damage on 66. You rolled no hits on 13d6.
I've done
It
it.
happens, man.
That's true. Okay.
So what
That
do I
is-
mark the damage? Is that under condition monitor?
Yeah, so you have 2 different ones. You have a physical, and then you have a stun. And you want to put one box underneath the stun.
You just click on the box.
Okay, got it. So when it's blue, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong person on that part, because I've never used Chummer as a character sheet, because never get to...
You guys are awesome. Thank you
Next
so much for the spam.
up is actually the top of the order with the troll. As the troll now realizes there's not only there's another mage in the room, and it does not like the sound of that. We'll go ahead and take a shot at the mage.
Garen, thank you for the sub.
He could just
Yeet.
not. We could talk about.
Duck behind me. I can take it.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, and I need you
12
to roll
months.
reaction plus
Got that
intuition.
gold sub badge. Yeah, yeah. And chat, do keep in mind that Shadowrun is something that the majority of us at this table are new to. So, like, we're out here having a good time, and we're getting it. We'll learn.
2 hits, 3 1.
2 hits. Ooh. I need you to go ahead and roll body plus willpower or body plus armor to try to soak 8 physical.
So if you click over to other info from condition monitoring, it's going to be... Actually, sorry. On that same condition monitor, it'll just be damage resistance pool up at the top. It already does the math for you. Dude, Ricky, that's so sick that
So
we
it
have
says
3 gold
11.
badges.
Do I roll 11 dice, or is that just
Yep.
like what my score is? Oh, okay.
You have to
so I
roll
can
11 dice. Yep. Skullax, you are on deck.
That's 2 hits and 6 ones. which is half my dice pool.
So you'll go ahead and take.
16 times damage.
You go ahead and take
This was
a
a fun
full
character.
8.
Huh.
You'll go ahead and take a full 8 points of physical.
So how do I mark that in here?
So on the physical track, similar how you took a stun, you'll do 8 marks, and you start from left to right, top to bottom on the physical track on the condition
Okay, so I
monitor.
go like box, and then check the -1, box, check -2.
Correct.
Yikes.
Okay.
As you guys all see, this individual who just slung some spells just finally get notice that, hey, probably not the only mage in the room. And as hurry up and takes a bullet almost straight in the chest and just sort of reams back a little bit from Skolax, it is your turn.
Okay, well then, after seeing that go off, I'm just gonna charge the fucker with my axe.
I like it. I like it. If you are, let me see something.
How far am I from the troll?
You're a pretty decent far amount away. I would say, I mean, definitely underneath a meter, or probably about a meter away. If you are doing a charging attack, you do get a +2 attack modifier.
Ooh, okay. So I roll and then add 2 to that?
Correct.
Okay, well shit. 4 then.
4 hits.
Yeah.
Your net hits are 1.
Alright. Okay, so I hit the dude, right?
Yep. So you go ahead and tell me what the damage value +1 is, and then any armor piercing you might have.
Okay, it's 12p and with an AP of -4.
What's the AP? I'm sorry.
-4?
That's a big old hit.
It's a big ol' axe in the hand of an orc.
Yeah. My strength says you no longer have an arm.
You say 12?
Yeah. It's damage 12p, AP -4.
Is that with the +1 you got for the net hit?
Oh no, that's 13 then. With +1.
Oh, good. He will go ahead and use a point of edge.
That's a big old smack right there, man.
While I'm charging, I'm gonna shout, "Wah!"
Nice. I love how this is just like Bjorn 2.0.
Bjorn,
I like
but
it.
like
Bigger.
an
Side
orc
Bjorn.
and like also a Vato.
It's like if Bjorn and Dench ever met.
Yeah.
So he still takes 6
Whap.
after edge, so that's a good time.
It's a spicy meatball.
He still looks like he's pretty decent up. He definitely gets a large slash in him, but he's still up and going.
All right, we got a good fight on us then.
Yeah. OP,
That's me, baby.
oftentimes.
All right. So, I'm looking into making, what is it? Dual attack or multi attack?
Multiple attacks?
Multiple attacks. That's what it is. I just accidentally closed my window with all the attacks on it. So I'm trying to get that pulled back up. Because I was reading through it. Is it something that I could, like, do a burst with the SMG arm and then come through with the katana?
Let me double check real quick. So unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to, because a melee attack is a complex action compared to shooting is a simple.
Rip. All right, then this vampire, he's still right up on me, right?
He is, and so is Skolax. Or wait, did you? No, not Skolax, because you went for the dwarf or the troll, correct, Skolax?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, but the vampire is up on you.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna like just kind of flip the wrist back closed, and just two hands, big old katana swing.
Go ahead and roll your blade skill for katanas.
Blades. I need to get better with blades, chat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pepperoni, go to bed. So, dice pool of 6, 6 hits.
Noise.
It's impressive.
Please get
Your
better.
net hits are 1.
What the hell?
Dice pull a 6, 5 hits.
I'm upset. Get out of here, vampire. You trying to die right now?
Apparently not.
So that's going to be 6 damage, AP 3. AP minus 3.
Okay.
OP channels every samurai movie he's ever seen as he tries to swing this sword.
He takes a whopping 2 points of physical damage.
Hey, at least we actually damaged him this time.
First blood.
And then
Combo breaker.
And then as
Yes.
is he bleeding off of that? Is there any blood drawn?
I mean, yeah, you slice him, so there's some blood.
All right. I'm gonna
bleed.
I'm just gonna look at him and go, "Oops," and wink a little.
He gets a small grin that grows across his face as he begins to take in a very deep breath.
Here comes the blood bending, y'all.
Who is standing behind? I guess everyone besides OP would see this. As something begins to come off of the sword, run down OP's armor, and go onto the floor behind OP as a large spirit begins to manifest itself out of the blood. And now a large spirit, a blood spirit, is currently standing behind OP. OP, you smell something very metallic appear randomly.
I'll 2v1, baby. I'm OP. Goddamn.
I need you to go ahead and roll your initiative just to see if you are surprised by this swing that's about to come.
All right.
So I'm not familiar with the rules on my end, but is there any kind of like off my turn counterspell or banishment that can be done?
No, unfortunately not.
All right, that's what is that? Math is hard. 18.
Sorry, go ahead and just roll the dice pool for it. So
Oh, for my initiative?
reaction plus intuition. Yeah,
That's my bad.
Reaction plus. No, you're fine. That was my fault. I
I was like, I'll give you a straight like number. I know how to do that.
Right. No, so yeah, go ahead and roll your reaction plus intuition.
Three hits.
Exactly what you needed to not be surprised by.
Flex on.
As you happen to see a arm raise it up and then begin to swing down at you, you see it at the peripherals, and you get to go ahead and roll your dodge. So you get to actually roll reaction plus intuition to dodge.
Four hits. Guys, I'm about to die to blood force trauma.
I have one box left.
I'm in a car surrounded by auto machine guns.
In the arms of the angels.
Oh, this was a fun run.
I'm sorry.
Didn't spend all week working on this character.
I'm sorry, I got Jenkins wrapped up in this. Not really.
How many did you get, Ian?
It was 4 hits.
4 hits, so it glances off of your armor, as I did also roll 4 hits.
Hey, we equal.
Yeah, something like that.
Barely dodges it.
That is the spirit's turn.
This is getting dicey, y'all.
And that is his turn as well, because he sent his turn to bring it forth from the astral plane. Mr. Green, you're in your vehicle. You have a very heavy sensor array, and there are 6 people surrounding your vehicle.
All right. So how do I do this if I'm trying to just like swivel it around and hit him as like just basically just shoot in a full circle in this garage?
So what you can do a couple of different things. You can choose an X amount of targets, and each time you choose a different target, you split up your dice pool evenly between all the targets.
Mm-hmm.
So you roll to hit every single one, but obviously you're only using a fraction of your dice.
Okay. And then how do I decide what my dice pool is?
So you're going to be using gunnery for that.
That's a skill, right?
Yeah.
Gunnery, yes. Okay. And it's just that dice pool? That skill?
Yep, that skill dice pool, and then divided by how many people you want to attack with.
Divided by it? Shit.
Yeah, so you have to split it evenly, the dice pool evenly, so you can't put like, oh, I want to use 3 here, 5 here, 1 here. You have to evenly try to
So
distribute.
you said there's 6?
There is.
Fuck.
And I will say that it will be a full auto, so you just gotta make sure that your gun has full auto capability. Which I think it does.
Where does it? What's SA stand for? Semi-auto?
Semi-auto, yeah.
So then I couldn't do full auto? Right? That's what you're saying?
Right. Because semi-auto, you can only attack. You can still split, but you get additional bonuses for. So you'd only be able to split. I think the 2. I have to just double check.
But I could still shoot 2 of them, right?
Yeah, you can still shoot multiple targets, so you can
All
split
right.
it between 2 if you want.
Okay. And then just so if I split, roll each half separately, right?
Correct.
So say my dice pulls 8, I'm trying to shoot 2 of them. Shoot, roll a 4 separately.
Roll,
two
right.
separate
Roll
things.
4 twice, right?
Yeah. All right. First one, 1 success.
Your net hits are 1.
And the second one is also a 1.
You missed the second one.
Okay. So what do I do for the first one?
So for the first one, it's going to be damage value plus 1.
So 14p
Yeah.
plus 1, so 15.
Yep.
So roll 15.
Any armor piercing on that? It will say like AP minus.
Oh, minus 4?
Cool. So you ignore 4 armor and have to resist 15 points of damage. So good.
That's a big old slap.
Yeah, this thing.
That's why it's mounted to his gun.
Yeah.
Mounted to his car.
So 18 total? I roll something? Or no? This is you roll.
No, this is me resisting that damage. So you said it was 15 dice with a minus 4? Or 15 damage with a minus 4?
14 damage with minus 4 AP.
Okay, and you had a plus 1. So,
Oh, that's right, plus 1. So yeah,
15,
19.
Oof.
Yeah, big oof.
Can we get a big oof in the chat for the DM?
Yes, please.
Only if he dies, guys.
Only if I
lives.
die.
If he lives, fuck this guy. All right. 19 and he lives. That's some bullshit.
Well, armor penetration doesn't give you extra damage. It just makes me use less resist with.
Right.
But no, you absolutely just single tap this guy once in the head with your automatic. You just look at it with your gun, move on to the next one, and your second one misses. Your second one misses. First one hits though. You just drop the guy because I rolled really badly. Even if I rolled really well, I still don't think he lives after trying to take 15 points of damage.
Pink man.
Yeah, just
believe the term for that is pizza the wall.
Yeah, pizza the wall.
Boneless.
That's not even chunky salsa. That's like vaporizer.
True.
Red electrons. Welcome back, homie.
All right, that's your turn, my dude.
Yup.
Next up is Jenkins. You got shot really badly. Doesn't feel good.
Oh god. So Jenkins is gonna kind of stumble, try to find a little bit of cover if he can. Is that does he have movement, or does that actually consume his action in turn?
No. It's you have movement. If you look at your speed on your character, it will show you how far you can move. But there isn't really any cover in this room unless you go on the other side of the room and hide behind his desk.
That seems like a good idea, if that's okay.
If you want to, you are more than welcome to run behind his desk and hide underneath there.
So yeah, I'm gonna run behind his desk.
Yep.
Take a second, and while spitting blood, I'm gonna trace out a rune and try to heal myself.
Go ahead and roll your spell casting. And I think you have a bonus for. Did we choose a special bonus, a specialization for spellcasting, or do we not do that? It would say spellcasting, and then next to it had parentheses. Does it have that or no?
No, summoning does.
Okay, so don't worry about that. So you only have to worry about your regular 13 dice pool. What force are you casting the heal at?
Well, because I'm -2, I have an 11 dice pool, right?
Correct.
So I roll 11 dice, and then I want to cast this. It at I think max I can do is 9, right, or 10.
It's double your magic, so your max you can do, and realistically, is 14 if you wanted to. But then you're trying to resist stun damage
A lot
for
of
it.
drain. And it's drain -4, so I should probably just try to heal the 8 damage I've taken, right?
Makes sense?
Okay, so I'll
Seems
roll.
logical, Captain.
All right.
One hit.
All right. Would you like to use a point of edge to reroll your misses?
Yes, please.
Okay. So you get to reroll 10 dice.
I think you're going to do great.
Thank you, Uther.
You rolled 4 on 10 dice?
Statistically, that's actually really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not.
I mean, it's not really good, but like it's above average.
So I now have 4 successes.
Yep. So you heal up 4 boxes.
And that gets rid of -2.
Hey, we take those.
Hey, real quick, where do I find the boxes in Chummer?
That'll be on condition monitor up at the top on the right side.
They're under.
So you go ahead and you can go ahead and take off 4 physical boxes for you. And then I need you to go ahead and roll to resist your drain.
Okay, and since the 4 removed the 4 boxes and it took off the -2, so now I resist drain with 12 instead of 11, right?
So for resisting, it actually doesn't take off anything. So you still use your full drain or resist pool. The negatives actually don't go for the resisting that damage. So I believe you're actually still rolling your 13 total.
Okay, and then 4, right?
Your total, yep,
Drain
force
-4.
-4. Yep. So you're trying to roll 13 dice and get 4 hits.
I got exactly 4 hits.
All right, you take
And
no
reroll.
stun damage from that heal as you're crouched down. So there is actually an action called take cover, but since you cast a spell, you wouldn't be able to take the cover action. It is a free action to drop prone, which I will say will give you some sort of cover, but it won't give you like full cover or anything like that. But you get some cover from it.
I'll do that.
Cool. Um, would someone be able to list him also the list of actions that I sent out to the group?
That'd be amazing.
It'd be super baller. I appreciate all of you. More specifically, the person who does it. But next
Not even
up,
my real dad.
you're right. Next up is the troll. He is going to go ahead and just try to make a punch at the orc who just slice into him.
Bounce.
All right, bring it.
Go ahead and roll to dodge. You're trying to beat 3.
All right, what do I roll to dodge?
Reaction plus intuition.
3 hits.
You dodge out of the swing. And he just lets out a just like deep growl and roar in your face. Spirit. Spirit is gonna go and make a another attack at OP. So OP, I need you to don't worry about dodging because I missed because I rolled 0 successes. So you see it ring over your head, not even like even close to you at all. But this blood spirit just takes a deep swing.
Is this your first time with a spirit?
Next up is Skolax.
Alright, I'm going to like growl, roar back at the troll, and take another swing at him with the axe.
Right, go ahead and roll it.
That is 4 hits on 10.
Okay, go ahead and roll by. Your net hits are 3. Jeez.
What is that, 15 damage?
I think it's 15 minus 4.
At least somebody in this room can drop damage. I am unable to.
I would like to refer to my very first thing I ever did in this.
Very well played. Very well played. That is my fault.
Heard y'all need a mage.
True. Was that right? 15 damage minus 4?
It's a 12p minus 4.
And then you get 3 extra for your 3 net hits. So yeah, it's going to be 15 minus 4.
Oof.
That's a big oof.
F's in the chat for this poor orc. We knew him.
It's troll.
Yeah, the orc is our
Probably.
boy.
He takes 7. And he's still up. Barely, but he's still up.
One
Trolls are,
beefy boy.
yeah, trolls are beefy boys. If it lets you know how beefy this guy is, his body is 10.
Fuck. I got a body of 8.
Right? And then for the last one, the spirit will go ahead and go one last time for initiative reset. So the spirit will go ahead, as you have mocked it, Mr. OP. He's going to make another swing at you.
0 reverence.
Alright, now I need you to roll to dodge.
Just remember the 5D.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Damn.
Got him.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a...
If you can dodge a spirit, you can dodge a ball. So that's 2 hits.
You dodge out of the way of the spirit. Congratulations.
Talk shit.
I also had 2 hits.
Talk shit. Don't get hit. You know me, baby.
This is
I
giving
need
me
everyone-
a taste of the vape.
Go ahead and roll initiative for me again, folks.
Hey, Max, nice. Not bad.
Nice. I'm way down the list this time.
18.
OP?
9.
Yikes.
You say 9?
Yeah, I have a base 7, and then I rolled Snake Eyes.
Is that because didn't you take a drug? Does that also increase your initiative?
I never actually ended up taking the drug.
That's a big oof in the chat. Mr. Green.
An 11.
Jenkins.
12.
Guys, I only rolled a 21 this time for the troll.
Oh wow, sad day. So
You
just
rolled a 30 last time, okay?
I'm upset. He only gets 2 turns.
He gets 3 still.
Oh, because he's 1 over the 20. I only get 1.
Were we waiting on me or something?
No. I was finishing up adding the initiatives for the 3 people.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good, bro.
Top one is the troll. After just getting cut down even more by this orc, he's just going to go ahead, throw his weapon off to the side, smash his fists together as you see an arc of energy rise up on both his arms, and then just go and swing at the orc one last.
About to meet Mr. Watt.
Well, hey, go ahead and dodge.
Two hits.
So you would have dodged if he didn't activate the electric part of it, but since he made contact with you, I need you to go ahead and roll body plus armor, and you're resisting 7 stun damage.
Y'all ever peed on an electric fence?
Wow.
Y'all ever drink Jameson out of a shoe?
Yes.
You ever been to a party where people wee on each other?
No. If your armor also has non-conductivity, you can go ahead and add the rating of that non-conductivity to your body plus armor.
Does you for armor pieces?
Yeah, if multiple pieces of armor have non-conductivity, you add each set a rating to it.
Oh damn. I add that to my roll. That's 8 hits on the roll plus the rating. That's 20.
Yeah, 20 dice sounds about right.
So yeah, 20 on that.
Oh, so go ahead and roll the 20 dice for it, and then go ahead and tell me how many hits you get for it. So body plus armor. So roll that dice pool as well as the non-conductivity. So add all of those, how many dice that is, and then roll that and tell me how many hits you get.
Okay, so I add the rating for each armor piece to the dice pool, right?
Correct.
Fuck, there's a little dice.
Welcome to Shadowrun.
I thought we were playing 40k.
Might as well be sometimes.
Orc shooting phase, go!
Alright, armor plus body plus all the non-category rating, that's 35 dice.
Hey, duly noted, punching this guy with electricity is not a good idea.
Make a note. This is more like an Imperial Guard shooting thing.
10 hits.
10 hits. You take no lightning damage. You see it arcs from your into where you get punched at the shoulder. It sort of arcs, but your armor just absorbs it into your different armor pieces, so you don't feel any of the electricity at all. Duly noted that you are just a human lightning pole. Wow.
Yeah.
Is it like those muscle toners for him? You know, like you put on the pad and it like makes you flex a little bit and it kind of...
Exactly. Skolax, it is your turn. You have a electrified troll just angrily looking.
Be your name. Bury the axe true.
Oh, you know it, baby.
I thought for a second you were saying his name was Barry. Like, be your name, Barry. And I'm like,
Yeah, like bury the axe.
Yeah.
In his skull.
There's 5 hits to hit.
Okay, go ahead and roll to dodge.
I would love if Skullax's real name was something like Barry.
It's actually Bob.
Marion.
Ian, you remember that runner we came up with, like the total edgelord, whose real name was like something like that, you know?
Yes.
You say you had 5 hits?
Yes.
Your hits are 1.
What?
Your net hits are 1.
Ooh, damn.
Okay, this side's not looking too hot.
Alright, so I got 1 hit on him.
Yep.
Alright, it's 12p minus 4.
Including the +1 for the net hit?
13 minus 4.
Okay. So as he swings over to you, his head drops a little bit. And at that moment, you take your axe, you swing it up and over and just straight into his skull as he just sort of drops brainless. And his head is still on the edge of the blade, but just limp on the blade end. Hey, look, skull axe.
Alright, 1 down, 2 to go.
You see the vampire eyes go a little wide, like, oh, okay. You all begin to hear footsteps coming up from behind you, though. Next up is the spirit. OP, you taunted this thing over and over again.
Yeah,
It is tired of your shenanigans.
Can't hit me, baby. I'm OP. I'm just gonna go ahead and roll my dodge.
Hold on 1 second, because it might be doing something a little different.
I'm gonna cry about it.
You probably
You're
should.
gonna die about it.
Dude, I'm so dead. Rest in peace, original poster. We knew thee well.
Right.
OP was a cool guy.
OP was such a cool guy.
I mean,
Because he fought all the spirits and wasn't afraid of anything.
I'll give him that. I need you to roll body plus wolf.
Now, historically, we know that these rolls don't work out for me too well.
True.
I'm gonna burn my last point of edge.
Yeah, you are.
And I'm so glad I did. Because that's 6 hits on a 6 dice pool. Maximum diceables.
And it's a good thing. You see it out of what you would assume it would be this creature's mouth. It does have a rough resemblance of the face, but since it's all liquid, it's hard to tell. But you see a large amount of dark green gas erupt from his mouth and head right towards you. And it hits the wall behind you, and then the paint begins to screech up, and eventually just like where it hit, it no longer has any sort of painting or paint on that spot. very toxic, it looks like.
As I duck under it, just yelling, halitosis!
And no one else is within range of it. So you got lucky because I just realized it was a cone attack. Next up is the vampire.
Oh, this guy could actually hurt me.
I need you to go ahead and roll to dodge again.
You can do it.
No more edge, dude.
This is real life. I think this is the first time that OP is actually like you really used the edge.
So we just got 7 hits.
It almost scratches your armor, but you happen to dodge out of the way as you're trying to dodge both of these individuals coming at you.
Y'all ever seen Lupin the Third? That's me right now.
For real.
The whole time talking as much shit as I can possibly talk about not being able to get hit.
Jenkins, you're up. You're hiding behind the desk, laying prone.
Jenkins is desperate now, and he's going to try to see if he can end this now.
Okay.
This is probably a mistake. I'm going to use Power Bolt at maximum.
It will hit everyone. It doesn't have like, oh, he's only going to only target the enemies. You say Power Bolt? Or Power
Yeah,
Bolt?
it says it's Power Bolt
sorry.
is a direct.
Bolt. Okay. You could also, if you wanted to, you do have a banishing skill. You can banish a spirit. Or you could try to hit the... what's it called? The vampire. It's your choice.
Knowing what I know about spirits, if I removed the spirit's anchor to the plane, AG, the vampire, would the spirit then dissipate as well? Or would it go rampage?
It depends if the spirit was bound or if it was just summoned. If it was just summoned, then it would go back to the plane. But if it was bound, it would probably still hang around and just be real pissed.
So
you're not sure?
Way I can tell.
No way to tell unless you were actually like actively watching him do the ritual for it. But you weren't able to see that, so you don't know which one it is.
But the vampire is also the one that seems to be doing the most damage right now. The spirit's not exactly been the luckiest. So, time to Kamehameha this vampire. Probably going to regret this.
I will say, if your stun track overflows, it then becomes physical damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I mean, like,
so I don't know how much stun.
Goku passed out the first time he did the Kamehameha properly, too.
It's true.
But
Forgot about that.
Another thing I wanted to ask about, if I reduce his initiative, what does that do? Does that help anything at all?
So every round that goes by, your initiative score drops by 10. So if you drop his initiative score, he just can't react. He can't do any actions. He can still dodge and stuff, but he just can't do any action.
How much can you reduce it by? Because he's at 21. So if you get him to 19, he loses a whole turn.
That was the troll that was at 21.
Oh.
Not the vampire.
So I have an AoE initiative reducing spell that reduces it by 2 per turn. As long as would that help anything?
It would help. It would help against them, but it could also affect, since it's just an AoE spell, you don't get to control who's like. If friendlies are in it, it would also reduce theirs. So one of your two options would be either just to blast the vampire or blast the spirit, or to dismiss the spirit.
As I think about it, I think dismissing the spirit might be the better of the two, so we have less to worry about. Especially because that thing seems really hell-bent on killing him.
A little bit. As if it was its command to kill him or something. But you can go ahead and roll your banishing now.
Okay, and where is that? Is that under act?
Yep, active skills.
Is it summoning that I roll, or is there like a legit banishing one?
It should be an actual banishing skill. Let me just double check that.
Oh, found it. Okay, so I have an 11 dice pool for that.
Yeah.
One hit.
You see that you take the time and it you see it fade back and forth a little bit, but it still seems to be there, unfortunately.
And that's pretty much the end of my rope, right?
Uh,
I mean, I have a pistol. Would that? Can I do anything with that? Or oh, you know what? Casting a spell,
so
right? Because that takes.
so yeah, it's going to be using a skill. So unfortunately, that's going to be a complex action for it. Um, but it unfortunately did not seem to really affect the spirit more than just cause a brief, uh, really just a pain.
Attempt was made, and no one should judge me.
Exactly.
I mean, I
Mr.
can't
Green.
unsummon a spirit, so like.
It's your turn.
I'm gonna do the same thing as last time. Just try and take out more of the people around the car.
Okay. You missed the second target. Are you going to start with the first target again, or are you just going to go to the next?
Yeah. So the guy that I missed, just shoot that guy again.
Okay.
Because
Go ahead
the
and
way that
roll.
it worked out the first time was the first guy died and then the second guy I missed, right? Said that I
Yeah.
could just day train there until that dude dies.
Yep. Um, yeah, you're okay. You're good. Never. And you're splitting it 2 and 2, or 8
Yeah.
and 8, or 4 and 4. Excuse me.
Yeah, 4 and 4. Yeah. So 2 hits for the first guy. And
Okay.
two,
First guy dodges,
and then 2 hits for the second guy.
and one net hit on the second.
So 15p minus 4 AP.
The second or the technically third guy drops like a sack of potatoes. You can definitely see at the beginning. They go ahead and um, you see one of them crouch down like next to your car where it won't be targeted. The guy that dodged twice crouched down next to your car that would be able to like actually really get some cover from your gun, and is actually beginning to try and hack into your car. But that's all that he's doing. Everyone else is beginning to like take off and like hurry up and like climb down or jump into that hole you guys were trying to get away from this gun that's just shredding people. Right, just like nope, 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 just get out.
We're in a small fucking garage. Open fire.
Exactly. OP.
Hey, what up? All right, so as I'm dipping and dodging and diving and fighting and talking shit, I'm still gonna take another big old swing at this vampire with the katana.
Do it.
Has anybody ever told you how much it sucks to be out of edge?
Yeah, same.
All right, we got 2 hits.
2 hits. Swing at the vamps. Unfortunately, you missed, sir.
All right.
So you go and swing wide at him, and he just dodges back. What is that? Your first day with a katana?
What is this? Your first day trying to kill somebody? Hot damn, boy! It shouldn't take this long.
Maybe it is. Leave me alone.
And I'm gonna like, just my grin has never left my face, and there's another wink fired his direction.
Dang, son, hit him with the wink.
Dude, just
the troll is now frustrated that he cannot seem to do anything to this orc, no matter what it is. Actually, it's going to run over and try to take a melee punch at the mage. Just whack! No electricity, but just runs up to you and just gives you a good what for.
this is the same troll that had the axe buried in its head.
Yeah, that one. That I don't even know why he's still here, because he's dead as doornail.
I was just trying to make sure that like nobody else had run up in the room.
Not yet, no. Skolax.
Alright, now that the troll's dead, I'm just gonna turn around and charge the vampire.
Oh, snap. So you do get a +2 for charging, and you have an ally who is also in melee, so you get a +1 for that as well. So you get a total of +3 to your axes.
Alright, add that to my dice pool. 8 hits.
Arrgh! So sad. Your net hits are 2. So it's like 84 damage -4.
Fuck.
So your net hits are 2. So what's your total damage then?
Weapon damage 2, 12p -4, and so it's +3.
Yep.
15p -4.
Jeez, look.
It's like I stole Mr. Green's carbine.
Yeah, pretty much. Stole his carbine and put it on your back. You just go ahead and one fluid motion, run around to the side of the vampire. You just slice him, and you just cut right through here, and you get to about here from an upward angle, and he just like and just like falls forward onto his knees as he just falls back.
Is he dead?
I mean, he's got a rather large gash in his side, and he's gasping and then fall and then no longer breathing. So possibly.
No, the vampires are tricky though. I don't think they always need to breathe.
Double tap that.
Chop his head off.
As you do what you did, the spirit just falls into is now a large pool of blood where it was once standing.
Gross.
Alright.
You go ahead and say you want to go ahead and give it the double tap, so you take it out and swing down onto the where you wanted to go ahead and give the double tap.
Let's go to the neck, just chop his head off.
One clean swipe, like a guillotine, just sticks into the floor, and you see his head begin to roll a little bit as the floor is a little uneven. As you guys hear that little, or hear that thump, you hear footsteps stop in the hallway behind you.
Oh shit.
I'll take a look down the hallway.
You turn around, and there are 2 large trolls that were guarding the entranceway.
They're just stopped.
They have their hand on their waist, or their faces are just surprised.
Like, just kind of over my shoulder, not taking my eyes off the trolls. Hey, Scully, grab the head.
I grabbed the head.
And really loud. Your boss is dead. Don't make us have to fuck you up too.
Over comms, I'm gonna be like, hey, the car is compromised. There are people on their way down to you. So whatever you gotta do, get
I'm
up
gonna
here as quick
stand
as
up.
possible.
And just kind of like, because I probably know these trolls. I've been here for a while. I'm just gonna go, whoa, 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 guys. The boss. He just went nuts. He attacked them all. Don't. Hey, let's just.
They sort of look over at each other. Sounds about right. Get out of here before we have to do something we don't want to.
Bye. Scully, hold on to the head. I would like to, like, over comms. Hey, Green, you can go ahead and shut off your drones. I'll bring them back to you.
They just sort of drop, and you catch them prior to them. So now you have 2 drones. Hold on, they're rather small in size, so they're easy
Yeah,
to
they're small.
carry.
So I'll carry those, and I put the katana back in the scabbard.
Okay.
You're being followed by an old elf.
I'm for it.
Which way would you guys like to go? The way you came, or as you guys get out to the balcony? It looks really weird. Like the music completely stops, but like all the music is off, but all the lights are still off or dimmed. You have the random flashing lights are going on, and there's still 8. Like everyone is out. There was like 200 people in here. There's no one left in here besides the 8 people that are still jacked into the BTL booth. That don't even know this is happening. But the front door is now wide open.
Front door it is.
Okay.
Hey, Scully, you brought your truck, right?
Get out of here, bro.
Yeah, it's in the garage though.
Well, also I have my bike, so maybe we go out the front door, head down the street, kick that door open, because you're a big old boy, and we whoop up on whoever's in there, and we drive off into the sunset. Hey, Jenkins, you light on your feet?
Yeah, I know how to move. Hey, you know what? I think I might know a way to get out of here and avoid a lot of the trouble. Since I know this club and I have the skill proficiency in awakened lounges and hideouts, would I be able to kind of navigate through and maybe find a nice passage that will let us out without, interacting with anybody else?
Not particularly, because you as you were here as a guest, you weren't here on the business side of it, so you wouldn't know any secret passages or anything like that. But I mean, the front door is wide open, and they didn't enter through the front door at any sort of time. So I mean, usually the front door is even usually barred shut, so it can't be opened anyway. Usually you're entered through portals or a guest bringing you here. So it's a little weird that's even open, but I mean, it seems like a good way of any to use it out.
All right, so yeah, let's book. Let's get out of here.
All right. Then,
All right, let's almost.
OP's gonna just kind of duck down a little bit and drop into a run.
As you guys all take off, you hear Max in the background. As she's still.
Whoops.
Minor detail.
Yeah, doing that trying to turn around from a full sprint, doing that a little bit of a slip, hand on the ground as you're trying to stay up. I'm gonna do one of those quick turns like that and sprint back and get Max.
So you go ahead and turn around and grab Max, make sure you unbind her and stuff like that, make sure she has her comm link and stuff. And you guys go ahead and just straight up leave, dip out.
Absolutely.
Okay. The 2 trolls sort of shake their head as they walk by, as they probably just got into a brand new business. that just opened up, um, but they really don't care one way or another. As you go ahead and you begin taking off, it's only like a half mile, so it doesn't take you very long to get to the garage. And you do see that the garage is already wide open.
All right. Is that guy that was crouched down in front of Green's car, is that still there?
Yeah, he doesn't seem to have noticed that other people have arrived. He thinks he's pretty safe because there's
Is
someone.
he the only guy left in the garage? Everyone else left?
Yeah, the only guy left, but he doesn't. You don't have like your turret doesn't bend low enough to hit him because he's so close to the car. But yeah, he's the only guy left in the garage.
I'd like to walk up behind him and put a bullet in the back of his head.
Roll to hit.
That's cold. I like it.
Alex, what's the body plus armor of your car?
Body's 10, armor 6.
Okay, go ahead and roll that dice for me.
Seen him?
Yep.
They shooting up your ride.
Six
More of
successes.
OP shooting up his ride through someone's head.
6. 7 hits.
7 hits. So what's that? Go ahead and add that straight to the damage value of your gun. You don't have to worry about it taking it more or less the armor is enough to bounce the bullet off after it takes through the damage of this guy. So you don't actually have to worry about it soaked all of the damage more or less, just sort of ricocheted off the armor.
So does it bounce back into his head?
Not quite. It just sort of like bounces and then it goes in like his stomach or something because it ricochets down towards it, so it goes through his head and through his stomach.
So that's 15 damage.
Damage goes straight through his head. Bounces off the car. You hear a loud ding, and you hear another as it goes into his gut. He just sort of falls back.
Kind of like kick him off to one side and go, all right, let's get out of here. Mount up. And I jump on the Thunder Cougar Falcon Bird and start backing it out of the garage.
I'm gonna roll my window down and be like, you guys got like the tooth or the head or whatever the fuck we needed?
Hell yeah.
I shake the head in front of the window.
It still has blood dripping from it.
Wait. Where's the little guy? Like, I mean, we left him. You guys didn't come back the same way?
We thought it was with you.
Yeah, he's still in the tunnel.
I mean, you guys
He's been
fucking
replaced.
took him with you.
He opted to stay. He's not too far down there. Maybe let me just run real quick and see if I can find him.
I mean, should we leave? Like, do we have time for that or?
Fuck it, I toss the head to OP and then I dart down the hole.
All right. I catch the head tentatively and look at Jenkins and go, "Can you put this in your bag?"
As he's holding it by like the head, like the top of it, it's just like still dripping blood. His eyes are like rolling in the back of his head. His mouth is wide.
Can I do one thing as they're, kind of making this transition?
Sure.
Can I also cast increase reflexes on the runner? Would that help? Would that make him faster?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you're handing me that, I just oh, hey, here, this might help, and I'm gonna grab his forearm, and there's just gonna be tendrils of magic that just kind of like snake out of my forearm into his body.
So you are quicker by just a small margin as you just take off down the hallway. You get to where you left him, and he is not there. You see the cords that he jacked into directly are just sort of dangling down as if they were ripped out of the deck and not out of the wall. So it looks like no longer there.
Fuck, I say overcomes. Hey, he's not here.
Well, all
You
right.
snooze, you look?
Yeah, we got to move because I don't want to be here if the fuzz shows up. So we're gonna move. Next step, figure out where the hell Lil Mac went, and go from there. Everybody on board?
Agreed.
Like, yeah, I mean, we don't really have another choice.
All right. Also, just in case, I don't know if y'all were introduced properly at the club. Green, this is Jenkins. Jenkins, this is Green.
Hey, nice to meet you. How you doing?
And then I pulled my car out.
Am I allowed to get in the car?
I mean, you can ride in Skull Axe's truck.
I climb out of the hole and just kind of shove Jenkins into the truck, like the passenger seat.
Ah,
I get on my bike, and as I've been like walking it back, I turn on the alternate propulsion, so it's like a hover bike now.
And you guys go ahead and just head back towards Seattle. It's only roughly about noon, because you guys left super early to try to get a drop on them during the day. So it's about noon.
All right. I
You
think
guys are heading back into Seattle.
hype. I think that's as good a place as any to end for tonight.
For sure, for sure.
fun fact, I'll be in Seattle at the end of the month.
Hey.
Nice.
All right, everybody. Let me do a thing really quick. If I can do that. It's going to get a little wonky for just a second. All right. I just had to turn my push to talk off for a second because this is going to get a whole lot easier if I can type and do everything I need to do at the same time. So, everybody that's out there, thank you so much for coming around. I appreciate you. We appreciate you. We got some good hosts. We got a big old raid tonight, and that was awesome. We grabbed up a couple of follows, so thank you everybody for all of that. We appreciate you. If you have the second, please go check out the other 1020 affiliated channels. That would be JBrews, our DM for this evening, twitch.tv/JBrews, and she's not here this evening, but go check out 10Speed. She's a lot of fun. Normally she plays Max. She actually just made the jump over to Mixer. Both of those links are right there in the chat, so go check them out. I am wearing some Mod 20 merch this evening, so if you want a cool shirt like that, make sure you go check out the merch link. Flat out, there's more than just shirts. We have some really comfy hoodies, both pullovers and zip-up ones. They're really sick. There's some mugs. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can go take a look at there. If you're also in the mood for some merch, take a look at the sponsor links down below. Those support the bigger organization that this channel is associated with, that I'm associated with, JBrews is associated with, Pace Gaming. There are a bunch of homies out there, so check out the links, help us out in any way that you can. And Malfoy.
It's about that time, excuse me, where all of our socials get posted in the Discord, or not the Discord, in the chat. Discord is one of those things. I'm tired. Anyway, if you would like to keep up with all of our stuff, Twitter and Discord are the best ones to check. If you want to watch any of our videos from either all the way back Season 1 D&D, Season 2 D&D, or this one, they're all on the YouTube page. If you missed or would like to rewatch this episode, it will be on the YouTube page on Monday. There we go.
Hype. Thank you, friend.
So smooth.
Absolutely. So, also, if you're new, welcome in. Hope to see you around a little more often. Go ahead and hit that follow button because, it's free. It doesn't hurt anybody. It just supports us, makes us feel good about ourselves. So hit that follow button. If you're not new here, maybe it's time to think about subscribing, maybe, because that really helps us out. It's only $5 a month, or if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, so you get one free sub a month anyway. So why not throw that at you boys? That's pretty much all that I have. Oh, yes. We are getting very close to 200 follows. And Bruce coming in with a gifted sub. He's like the Muhammad Ali of gifted subs. I don't know what that means, but that just means he's really good at gifting subs.
I mean, I feel like Oprah Winfrey was the easier name to just drop.
I
Like,
mean,
you get a sub,
I mean, that's probably a better one. But thank you, Bruce, for the gifted sub to TT2KB, which also thanks 2KB for bringing people by. You're really, really coming in clutch there for us. I super appreciate it. We super appreciate it. Anyway, that's enough jibber jab for tonight. we have some things that we have to go over before we get out of here. And if you're not, like, if you've been around for a little bit, you know what I'm about to say. If you're going to bed, get good sleep. If you're not, just whatever you're doing, do it well. Make sure it's bringing you happiness. Tomorrow, get up, feel great. Put that energy in the world that you want to see. Be the change you want to see. All that nonsense and good stuff there. But remember, you got to keep the pace. That's number 1. And number 2, may all of your hits be crits. We'll catch you guys later. That's the wrong screen. That's the right screen. Bye.
Bye.